Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Callisto 6. Actually, my official intro that I had been practicing all day was welcome back to the moon 2120. I'm Eric Campbell, and we are Callisto 6. However, that just went out the window when Sam shouts butts at me right before we go live.
Accuse me of the wildest thing.
I find butts very distracting.
I've never done one of them, have I?
No, definitely not.
Listen to Gina.
They shout out butts in the can.
So you probably noticed that we don't have Eliza and Hector. Unfortunately, we're sucked into a side dimension, and I don't know if they're ever coming back. Eliza should not be playing with pentacles and pentagrams, but there we are.
But I get to sit next to an Amy.
That's true.
Eric has just scared the heck out of me. So
No, we have, of course, entered into the summer season, which means that we suffer the exact same maladies that every gaming group suffers, which is sometimes we just can't get the whole band together. There's nothing you can do about that. So,
Get it? Because we're a band.
We got it.
I don't get it. Okay, so a couple of announcements before we get things going here. First off, that today's episode, but before we go, am I supposed to read this before or after the episode? Let me just say, that's today's episode. This is for after. Premiere of Vampire. Okay, so Vampire is happening next. Later, it is happening later. It is happening because this is International Tabletop Day. So we got a huge schedule of stuff that's happening all day today. We're super happy to be a part of this global celebration of tabletop games. Like, as always, GNS has always had a big hand in doing this, and we're super excited to be doing it here with Callisto 6. We wanted to say thank you for watching all the ITTDD. I always get that too many T's in there. Sponsors for making this possible. We want to thank Skybound Games, Board Game Geek. We want to thank The Op, The Rook and the Raven, which is a great name, and the Alamo Draft House. Which, as somebody from San Antonio, thank you, Alamo Draft House. And all these fun companies, they're coming together to make this broadcast possible. So thank you so much for sponsoring International Tabletop Day. And there's probably going to be links running through chat if those poor souls that are our crew can keep up with the way I'm rambling on right now. They've gotten pretty good at anticipating my mistakes. So yeah, so it's all great stuff. So definitely check all that stuff out. So thanks to our sponsors. Of course, thank you guys. Hold on, putting this down for a second. Thank you so much, Super Punks. The space between last season and now has only been survivable because of you guys. We've been watching the hashtags. We've been crying over the hashtags. We have seen the art. We've seen the stories.
We've seen the tattoos.
We've seen the tattoo. There is a wonderful clip that you can relive over and over of Amy mirroring exactly what our reaction was when we saw the tattoo, because she just happened to be streaming when that happened.
I feel like there was a moment for all of us wherever we were, because we were in the recording studio for our album, and both of us like got the tweet. And we're like,
At the same time, like
the
I
same
was
time.
in the booth and Xander was looking at
Yeah.
his phone, and I put it up to the window,
oh.
and we were both like,
But I could just see that happening to all of the cast all over wherever we were. Like,
yeah.
I literally made an audible "Gah."
yeah.
we were for a moment, we were all one.
Yeah.
Yes, you brought us together. Thank you. Thank you for this Callisto 6 lives hashtag.
Yeah.
That was noticed.
Yeah.
We are here
And
because you
Callisto
guys.
6 means.
Callisto 6 memes, which kind of ambushed me out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And thank you also for all of your Callisto 6 memes.
Yeah.
Yeah. They've been hilarious and really fun and sweet to follow. So thank you guys so much. And of course, thanks to the crew and the producers who I guess helped make the show come together, make it possible to do everything we're doing. I look forward to this game not only because I get to play with my friends, but because I on occasion get to hear the gasps and the sobs of Holly, who runs our board.
We all played Holly.
Because we love Holly to death. She
Holly
is
is
every
the audience.
She is all of us. So thank you so much. If you're watching this on International Table Day, keep watching because there's more fun to come. Of course, we got this huge lineup. On that note, I also want to give a huge shout out and a very happy Pride to everybody out there. Because it's Pride.
Happy Pride Month.
Happy Pride Month.
Yeah.
Happy Pride Month. Yeah. Let's see.
Pride was a riot.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm trying to think if I have any other announcements. I can tell you that some of us, we're going to be announcing it pretty soon to give you specific dates before. Oh, yes, we're going to do that too. I can tell you that you will see some of us at Gen Con this year.
Ooh.
So be on the lookout. We're all finding a way to pop on over there. We loved hanging out with you guys last year. We're hoping to see y'all this year at Gen Con. We'll do some repping for C6 and, of course, our beloved Shield of Tomorrow. We will see you guys there. And to wrap up my segment of this very long "Hi everybody" portion of the show, we got everybody loses their shit stuff going on here. We got fan mail that I got the okay to read this on air. So I always stammer when I read on air, so I apologize in advance. It says, "Dear cast of Callisto 6."
That's us.
That is us. Thank you so much for such a great show and for introducing me to an RPG other than Dungeons and Dragons. You're welcome. We love D&D, but damn, there are so many amazing RPGs out there, and we're super happy we can show you a little bit of the Cypher system and the MCG team's work on that. I decided I wanted to make you all something to show my appreciation. I've included a couple of extras, which is why you got one, which is perfect. Thank you for including extras.
Oh my
I'm the
god.
ex.
For you all to
We
do
all
with
know
this.
you're extra.
Thank you so much, Hannah, also known as Hannah B on Twitter
I opened mine already. Like,
and in Twitch chat. P.S. Eric, sorry, yours is a little hard to read. It was the first one I made. Ah, cool. I've got the progenitor.
And
got
you
the-
gave me my color.
Oh, sweet.
Blue.
I think- oh, I
Yay!
did we really give you your color?
Yeah.
I totally
Yeah,
planned
mine's
that.
yellow.
Thank you, Hannah. I'm gonna check this out.
I love it.
Yay!
Ah!
Oh wow, these are really look how meticulously and beautifully these were wrapped.
Yes, yeah.
I could never. I don't. Bonnie, you and me with our ADD. There's no way we could accomplish something.
I
like
bit
this.
it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Also, if you're watching to continue on through International Tabletop stuff, on the 2nd, tomorrow on Sunday, is a Relics and Rarities marathon.
That's
so they're
right.
playing all of Relics
The
and
whole
Rarities.
thing of Relics and Rarities is going up.
And there's bonus in-between stuff that we filmed, so you can...
Has it ever been seen before?
It's never been seen before.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So now's a good time for a Relics and Rarities rewatch, guys.
Yeah.
That sounds pretty awesome.
Yep, tomorrow.
That's pretty. Look how freaking cool that is.
These
Right?
are beautiful.
Aren't these
Thank you
amazing?
so
And
much.
it's
Oh,
all
man.
colors.
Yeah.
Damn, that is so pretty.
It's super.
I love it.
Oh, that is so
Super
pretty.
nice.
I'm gonna put it on my buttonhole.
What do you mean hard to read? This is perfect. You did a great job on this. Thank you so much, Hannah. That's awesome.
Artists are always really fair about their own successes.
Cool.
Just Believe Creations. Check out Hannah's stuff. Just Believe Creations.
There we
I'm
go.
gonna Big a shout out.
Officially part
That
of
is
the jacket.
awesome.
Oh, nice.
Oh, sweet. Yeah. Okay. So, I think that's everything, unless we've got any other announcements.
Oh,
Yes, Sam DeLeff.
Callisto 6 lives, and I'm excited! Yeah!
I think we can start now, you guys. Let's jump into tonight's episode of Callisto 6. Or this morning's episode? We can go. Sam, I know butts, okay? Could you please stop? We're trying to. Oh, hey, everybody. Sorry. Yeah, so I'm going to get ready to run a game here. So we left off at a hell of a moment. When last we left off.
Punks in space.
Yes, indeed. So, when last we left off, you guys had opened Pandora's box, so to speak. You had uncovered the truth behind Tails, discovered that Tails was a scientist that was based up here as part of the astronauts' crew. There was some kind of horrific event. The body that you all encountered of a creature told you that a team came up here and shot everyone, killed everybody. everyone's been seeing glimpses, and Oya's been witnessing images of these events taking place. Although some of them seem kind of scattered and a little disjointed, but she has been witnessing past events take place, with a few anomalies in between. Probably a product of looking back through time and whatnot over this very scarred area of reality. What was revealed was that the energy had been taken from this place already. And while y'all had been planning this whole adventure to get up here to the moon, get the canister, and get back to Earth, it had already happened. And you watched as, in his moment of triumph, as Kylan Kraus decided to drag out his former master, the entity that has been called Fletcher Kraus, into central corporate LA and essentially execute him on live television, this alien creature, absorbing its power and using the Callisto 6 energy source. But not shortly after that took place, you all came into contact with another dose of the Callisto energy source.
We so juiced.
Dr. Ree revealed, once his consciousness became intact, revealed that there was one more extract of the Callisto energy, and rather abruptly, without much warning, unleashed it upon all of you. Tonight, rather to morning, I'm so used to running this at night. What's going to happen is we're actually going to pick up right moments after we saw Cass jump. So remember, y'all right now are in what was once this huge this center where the whole wall in front of you was this massive computer screen with all these data outputs and inputs, where Dr. Ree was sitting. When this thing blew open and exposing this room into the vacuum of space, you could see the stars overhead, kind of masked behind all of this white gas exploding out into space and crystallizing as all the oxygen in the room essentially is ripped away. And Cass has leapt and is currently in full glow form right now, just hovering above everyone. And you can't hear it for the muted explosions and popping of the gas all escaping into the dead of space around you. But you can see the incandescent joy on Cass's face as the power is surging through her.
You see Hobbs go. Holy shit!
But quietly.
But all of you are having an experience right now as well. As you're watching Cass do this, all of you are feeling the energy of the Callisto energy source just coursing through you painfully, like a bad migraine, but channel it all over your body as it begins to settle into your bones, into the meat of your core. You begin to just feel that burning sensation as the power is barely contained within your physical form. And as it begins to slowly settle and the glow begins to die, something alarming begins to happen, all in a matter of a few seconds. As this energy source begins to settle in on you, you all start becoming vaguely aware of the coldness of space. You begin to feel the beginning effects of being exposed to vacuum. It's not painful, but it's enough to shock and anxiety lightning right up the back of your spine as you're just realizing, Cass is just kind of like looking around like, oh shit, wait a minute. Back in the shuttle, Cobalt, you've been trying to get a hold of your teammates for the past few seconds because just seconds ago, the entire interior of the shuttle lit up like a Christmas tree. Just electricity, these golden bolts of Callisto energy just arcing through the entire shuttle, blowing out systems and shattering computers. You see the whole place has started to fill up with smoke and gas, and the alarm is going off. And as this alarm is blaring, you're kind of clearing your vision when you look through the gas and you start seeing the impossible. The shuttle looks like it is beginning to disintegrate. Like the walls of the shuttle begin to break apart and atomize, and you start seeing pieces of the wall, like the interior structure, the inner parts of the cabin begin to burn away like it was paper with a lighter underneath it. Just and underneath the wiring, the same thing. You actually do see gas begin to escape as the shuttle begins to vaporize. And you hear alarms blaring all around. Your ears pop immediately as at the very back of the shuttle, there is a breach.
Oh, gosh. Real quick, was I hit with the Callisto 6 energy?
You are currently suffering the same pain that everybody else is. And your pool, by the way, has been completely restored by it.
Great.
All of your pools you basically get juiced.
Great.
You do have, I am going to say that for mechanical reasons, in case anything happens, that this is going to function like a stun, which means for the next rounds, in case anything happens, the difficulty of everything goes up by 1 step. But in this case, you're blinking through the pain, and you're starting to realize this is happening. This is not a hallucination. The shuttle is disintegrating.
I'm just panicking around like, no. And I'm going to try to activate the force fields because I knew that there were force fields for the wings and things like that.
Okay.
To try to preserve the integrity as much as I can.
As you move over to this console and you start trying to activate the force fields, there's total system loss. You're looking at the computer starting to go down left and right. Lights are blinking off all over the interior of the hub of the shuttle.
Oh my god. Okay. Am I still in the suit, the space suit?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. You didn't specify you took that off because you were originally thinking about going into the station, but then you stayed behind.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to locate the helmet and snap that on.
You launch yourself off one of the shuttle walls and collide with the other one as you quickly grab that helmet. And as you're putting it on, you see suddenly debris, juice boxes, everything goes sucked out the back of the shuttle as the entire rear of the shuttle just vanishes before your eyes. You see deep space.
Oh no.
And the horizon of the moon as all of the gas and everything just complete decompression.
Okay.
Your suit immediately activates and goes.
I launch myself off of the wall towards the moon.
I need you to make a might check
Okay.
because that decompression could blow you out the back of the shuttle.
Okay.
So the might check, I'm going to need you to make a might check. It's going to be difficult, so I need you to roll a 12 or better. It's going to be difficulty 4.
Difficulty 4.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna spend. I have 1 edge,
Okay.
so that'll bring me down to.
That discounts how much it
Oh, right,
takes
right.
to spend
I'm sorry.
for effort. Yeah.
Yeah, spending.
We're getting back in the swing.
Spend 3 effort for free.
Oh, so you get 1 free level of effort, so that'll drop it to 3.
Yep. And then I can spend from my pool because I've put it down 1. The next one costs 2.
That's correct. Yep.
So, and then the next one will cost 1. So I'll do 3 total.
I think it always costs 2 after the first spend. Isn't that correct? Yeah. So the next
okay.
one will cost another 2.
I'll do that.
Yeah.
I'll do both of them. Bring me down.
Thanks, Sam.
There.
As always.
I don't know what you're talking about.
So then it's down to.
So it dropped to 3, then it dropped down to 2. You got it from 4, then you got a free one to 3, then you spent a level of effort, you got it down to 2, and you spend a second one. So you got it down to 1. So yeah, it's 3. You roll 3 or better on a d20.
14. Okay.
14. You managed to hold on. You managed to hold on because you saw it about to happen. There was a split second of disbelief. You managed to get over it because you knew that it was like one of those moments where, yes, the car's going to hit you if you don't get out of the way.
Yeah.
You managed to grab hold of the side of the shuttle wall as the entire back decompresses.
Ah!
Belongings, everything goes flying out into the back. You
Holding
yeah,
on to the.
and then it is eerily quiet now as the entire interior of the shuttle has been exposed. The only thing you can hear is your breath on the inside of the helmet. Just and you still see the electricity, this plasma electrical glow of the Callisto 6 energy source. Just still, that's when you realize you are glowing with an ambient light. You are flickering. You can feel the power coursing through you right now.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like anything you've felt before. As Cobalt, you've had problems with your powers the way they've manifest because of how you received your powers.
Right.
You didn't realize until just now that it feels like with these powers, it feels like you've always been at 75% battery.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like you were always a little nervous to activate these energies because of how they treated you.
Yeah.
But right now, there's an inexplicable confidence surging through you, like you have just meshed with everything that you were becoming. You feel whole.
I look down too, and as I look down, what normally would be like the blue parts, in even in the suit, or even like the reflection that he can see of his hair, it's all stark white right now and glowing, and then slowly it starts fading back into blue.
Okay.
And then, as he feels this sort of surge of energy, blue light forms like around his feet, and he starts to propel himself forward through space.
willing yourself.
Yeah.
You kind of you angle towards the airlocked area, and on a thought, you feel this energy surging through your body, and you immediately begin to move. The ambient glow of this blue light mixing with the golds of the Callisto energy is creating this cascade of color all around you as you begin to push through the hallway. Back where you guys are, you as the sensation begins to sink in on you, everyone catches. What do you do?
No, come back down. I kind of think in a downwards direction.
Before you have a chance to think, that instinctual need activates faster than the speed of thought, and as you're about to reach out in confusion, how do I move? You're already starting to move towards Luma. You drift right into her arms and grab each other by the shoulders. And that's when y'all notice that flaying her arms next to all of you is Moonlight, who also, by the way, is emanating a vibrant golden glow with plasma, fire, and electricity playing off of her. And she's doing this and just going and pointing to the door, which is still closed to this room.
Okay.
So opening it, Lacey, you just turn and look at it, and it goes, and a blast. I need people to, with the exception of Cass, because there's really no points. And in fact, you know what? I'm going to reduce the difficulty for you on this by 3. But everyone needs to make a might check at a difficulty 3. So Luma, you're actually in the clear because Cass has got you. You are in Honey Baby right now.
I am.
Oh, Honey Baby wouldn't need. So really, this is just going to be Hops. This is going to be this will be Hops, Anton, and Oya,
Oh, that's
Right.
right.
Okay.
who all 3.
Go. I guess speed defense wouldn't help me in this.
Were you one of the people who had the mag boots, Cypher?
No.
Oya is, though.
Oya does. Oya has mag boots. I
Yes.
think Anton does too.
So I tell you what,
It's just me.
make an initiative check to grab Oya.
Ooh,
I'll
good
let
idea.
I'll let you when that door opens, see how
That-
fast Hops' hand moves to get onto to
I'm
grab.
quick. I'm quick.
You're pretty quick, especially now.
And in fact, I'm specialized in anything that's with dexterity or
Yeah.
initiative. So
You're real good at that.
So that lowers it to 1.
Actually, honestly, with your power shifts,
Yeah.
I don't think you have to roll for this. I think you just do it, unless you want to roll.
I pooped him dice.
Floor dice.
Floor dice.
So here's what happens.
I still want to roll. Just
Okay, if you still want to roll, but just be aware, if you roll, it puts you...
17. I'm fine.
Okay, you're fine.
You could get.
You could get a 1. You grab Oya. 2 things happen rather suddenly. As you grab Oya, she smiles at you and you see her say, "I got you," and then her eyes widen for a second, and all of you watch her start going, and your hand passes through her arm. She looks at her hands, and all of you suddenly, as this white fume of the oxygen is flowing past her, and she goes. She starts confused looking at her hands. You see Anton mouth the words Oya and stretch to the limits of his suit, grab hold of her, and both of them just go and completely fade from reality. The only thing left is a ghostly image of both of them, the outlines of the Callisto 6 energy source, almost like ghosts. They hover there for a few moments, and then they too just... like a retina burn, shutting off the lights really quick. It's there, and then it just...
I launched myself back outside.
So y'all are still in the room that's exposed to the vacuum. So right now, you're hearing the very distant, sort of muted sounds of the base alarms going off because of the vacuum. And oxygen is blasting out of the space station. Y'all are kind of in the doorway.
Putting my hands recklessly through where they should be.
Same.
I am just holding on to you.
So one by one, you all manage to make your way back inside. Is that correct? Okay, so yeah, Honey Baby turns and...
If I'm coming in hot too, and I see Cass coming out, I can run into the entire.
So what happens is when you enter the station, as you open it up and you get through the airlocked area, you're expecting to find some stability.
Right.
But as you open that airlock door, you immediately have to grab hold because, again, one of the sections of the base has been exposed to vacuum, so there's wind rushing past you. You see papers, you see a body flopping across the floor and slowly dragging down that looks like it's rotted away a little bit, sliding down the hallway. And then for a split second, as you're watching that slide, you're looking at this body just kind of slide by. A few moments pass, and you see someone walking down the hallway into your field of vision. It looks like a scientist, somebody in a lab coat, with their face covered, grabbing hold of the wall, their hair whipping around them.
Shut the door, shut the door.
And they look over at you, and they fade right in front of your eyes as they look at you confused.
I tried to shut the door anyway.
You shut the door to the airlock behind you, but the wind is coming because down the hall, what are you guys doing?
I'm shutting the door as soon as possible. There's atmosphere to.
You
Must
see,
get through to me at some point, and I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah, if you're, are you
inside.
are you still in the room or are you outside of the room?
I had lunched myself out to try to put my hands through the spaces where my friends are in a
That's
really
where I was
helpful way.
confused.
so they were standing right next to all of you guys.
I think
So
there's
they
a
were
team.
right
We got all
inside
in,
when that
yeah,
happened?
Yeah.
So they were all so Oya and Anton were standing right next to all of you
Yeah.
when that happened.
Well then great. I'm in
So-
the room, freaking
they
out.
were in the
pointlessly
they were
and
in the
stuff.
room they were in the room where the vacuum was.
Okay.
So then they vanished, and the wind was still blasting through. You swipe your hands out, grasping at nothing. The energy source just fades from your view, and then everyone filters into the station and closes the door.
Team inside of a mech is very happy to encourage team reluctant to leave our missing friends into the place that still has atmosphere.
Okay. Sweet Honey Baby does have limited life support, so can support you in the vacuum of space out here for a bit.
Yeah, but if my friends can't, so we need to go in there, and losing environment is.
So everybody else
yeah,
steps
okay.
inside, the door closes. Honey, you see Honey Baby, this robotic face facing all of you for a second, and then it's and y'all, as you, noise has come back now because you see the station has begun to regulate its pressure system. Oxygen reserves immediately kick in, and the whole
What
place
the
begins shouting. You hear through your helmets and your mics as you hear Cash shout that.
Okay, maybe the vacuum of space. Maybe she just forwarded out of time or something. Okay. Any
I was holding.
That's a good thing, right? Any second now, they're just gonna pop back in, right?
Yeah, okay.
What controls do we have?
Okay.
What can I?
Big corner of the room has been blown open. So it's not laying flat like you don't see the surface of the moon. You're really mostly just looking at night sky, so to speak. Dr. Ree's body is no longer there. You're not sure when that happened, but it's not in the seat anymore. The computer itself, it looks like the big monitor has been shattered, like some multiple objects smashed into it. It is flickering with life like it still has power. The other objects in this room are all debris that got sucked into this room from the vacuum that's now floating all around you. Coffee cups, papers, paper clips, like data pads, just kind of like in a chaotic mess just hovering around you. There's no sign of anybody else in this room. You hear Honey Baby going, "Operator Lacey, I am scanning."
Thank you. Yes, please. We need to find what tech still works. Dr. Ree's computer was working a moment ago. If we can get sensors, try to see if we could get any data on where they went.
As you're saying all of this, Lacey, you're starting to realize you're scanning. There's a sensation you haven't felt before. And as you're saying all of that, we need to do this, we need to do this, it's happening as you're saying it. There is a sense of individuality that has melded into the form that you are currently occupying. And almost as if it answers your suspicions, as the scan completes, you hear Honey Baby say, "Scanning complete. We have scanned nothing."
Okay.
And as you say okay, you hear Honey Baby say, "Okay.
I don't know where they are.
We do not know where they are."
Wait, what do you mean?
We can't scan anything.
I had her arm. I was holding on to her.
I don't know where they went.
Luma's probably right. They're probably gonna be back any second.
You hear thudding noises coming down the hall. And a few moments later, you see a winded-looking kobold holding his helmet in one hand. Just
Oh, thank goodness.
Hi.
You're okay.
Are you okay?
the glow about Kobold is answering a lot of questions as y'all see him running up.
Oh, good. You got some. How's the ship?
Not good.
What?
The ship is gone.
What? Gone.
Well, it's destroyed. I think it got hit with the energy source as well.
Wait, like, how did it go? Like, we're missing Oya and Anton. Did they go
What?
with the ship? Like, did
No.
they have the ship? What?
No, I saw it disintegrate, like burn.
Oh, okay.
It was hit with the energy. But I think I saw a ghost before, or a person who might be able to become invisible. I don't know.
Oh, what do you mean a ghost?
There was someone else here that wasn't you.
I start shouting. Who's there?
Amidst the shouts, Lacey, you hear anomaly detected. And
Anomaly?
the moment you hear that, you notice the room that you're standing in is fully illuminated suddenly. And you are detecting, like, sensor readings going off all around you. You're detecting gravity in this room. You're detecting oxygen in this room.
Oh.
And you hear, what are you? You turn around and you see Dr. Ree rising from his chair. The wall behind him is completely repaired. The computer is on, giving diagnostics looks, and he rises fearfully from a chair saying, how did you get in here? What are you?
What's on his computer? What's the what's the timestamp?
The night you guys all received your powers.
What?
Reads across the computer screen.
Why am I here?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
He fearfully says, I don't know what you want. I don't have any, I don't know how to answer your questions. Are you human?
What did you see just now?
What did I see just now?
You see me.
Yes, I see you.
What did you see before that? What happened? Why am I here?
He starts reaching over on the computer, and Honey Baby says, alert. He is about to alert the station operator, Lacey.
No.
Stops his hands for a second and says, I was simply doing my work.
What?
A roar emanates from the hallways. And from the intercom overhead, you hear, Ree, it's loose. It's loose. It's loose. The containment, it completely failed. It's loose right now in the station. It made it up from the sublevels. I don't know how it knows how to use the elevators. And Ree says, did you do this?
No, I didn't. I didn't.
There's a clanking at the door behind you. All of this happening all at once. The insanity. Ree looks behind you and goes, what?
You don't have much time. Upload.
Upload?
I want to go after the thing. Maybe I can stop it.
Okay. You turn, open the door, and you're standing in front of all of them. What's alarming is when Lacey opens that door, when Honey Baby steps in, there is no immediately depressurization taking place. Instead, Lacey comes stomping out into the crowd of all of you. You see, for a moment, of this alarm when you see that Cobalt doesn't have his helmet on, but no depressurization. No air rushes in behind Lacey as they enter the room.
We see when we were all together. And then
You saw Lacey standing there for a moment, then turn around and exit the room. When they exited the room, that brief moment where your field of vision was blocked, the room now is dark and looks whole on the inside as you step out.
So the room has changed.
You haven't seen it yet because you've just come charging out going, I have to stop this thing. And all of you see a darkened room that is whole. And sitting in the chair is the body of Dr. Ree, leaning back with this look on his face, and a wire connected to the side of his head, and a computer that looks like it's in a loop.
What?
Okay.
I think we're in a time loop.
Oh no.
Something like that.
That's something.
Is that a hallucination or a
Possible.
hologram?
It could be a hypoxic hallucination.
Or we're going back in time.
Can I scan internals, see whether I'm being a good organism or whether I'm just not getting enough air?
Scanning the internals. So there's a couple of things you start noticing about yourself that you didn't notice before. First of all, Honey Baby is exhibiting new attributes. And as you scan yourself, you begin to realize that the fiber musculature of this machine has begun to bond and meld. Your body has somehow, through the paradigm of what it is you do, perhaps as vague as that can be, has encoded itself into the superstructure of this machine. And Honey Baby is now exhibiting a synthetic internal processing system that is akin to essentially a living android-like being. It has an internal system that has a circulatory system that's functioning very similar to organic life, but is manifesting on a technological level. It's almost like Honey Baby took a snapshot of how your body worked and infused it onto its frame. Honey Baby has evolved in the past few moments. And as you have these thoughts, Honey Baby has these thoughts. And for all of you watching the mannerisms, Honey Baby, when Lacey is loaded into Honey Baby moves like Honey Baby has always moved. A robot, a machine that is taking orders and directions and is asking questions and thinking for itself. But you can see a radical shift right now as Honey Baby's looking at its hands suddenly, and they just kind of, and then you see a very familiar mannerism. Honey Baby just goes and starts to, you hear the servos just activating as the body begins to bounce a little bit and go.
I'm not hallucinating from hypoxia.
We are not hallucinating either.
Okay.
We cannot get hypoxia. Lacey, what is happening to us?
We don't. More data is required.
Fascinating as y'all hear that question. If you didn't know any better, Honey Baby sounded scared just now. Concerned for itself, concerned for Lacey,
Join the club.
confused, speaking as a being and not as a machine that's asking for a more logical course of action.
Okay. 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 What state is the shuttle in? What state is the base in?
Agreed. Scanning. There is no shuttle. Operator Lacey. Shuttle incomplete. Scans of station. Scanning. Station is fluctuating.
How so?
You see up on the screen in your ocular vision, you see the station itself. The screen itself begins to static, like the constant pinging and scans. Lacey, you're watching parts of the station vanish and reappear. Some of them alter into different states. It's difficult to tell from the data that's coming through the feed, but there are moments where half the station is there and then it's not. Oh, no. And then it's back again. And then life forms explode all over the station, a fully staffed station. Then you're also reading scans of construction crews outside. Then they're gone.
I think maybe that canister punched a dimensional hole in the moon?
Cool.
Or Oya did.
Why did you just go flying in and out of the room?
I saw the ghosts.
Oh, damn.
It was David Reed. I saw a computer. It was timestamped the day we got our powers, the day that the beast got loose on this base. Everything here is fluctuating like it's over layers of
I wish
of
we were here.
physics.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, yeah.
can we fly a ghost ship out of here? Can we just wait for like a stable section of ship and then hightail it out of here?
What if it doesn't stay stable?
Aye.
Also,
What's the nearest ship to us right now? Planetary scale.
That's gonna get gift. Yeah, so there was a moment during your scans where a ship appeared and vanished.
you mentioned a beast. Is there something loose in the station?
You didn't happen to look through the base as you were running here, did you?
Look through? I mean,
Never mind, there are no dead bodies.
I definitely saw dead bodies.
Okay, there were dead bodies.
I was afraid that was
I lied,
you.
I'm sorry.
So you didn't kill all of these people?
They were
Oh,
definitely
yeah,
a
no.
while.
I was on a shuttle.
No,
no,
it's
okay.
Okay.
we did.
I'm just glad that it wasn't.
You hear this
I like being still
noise suddenly.
What?
There's a noise suddenly, and you all turn and look. Oh, just in time to see Moonlight unclasp her helmet, pull it off, and throw up in the side of the hallway.
Same. That's fair, yeah.
And she holds herself and just
Are you okay?
does this
In.
and then nods.
Who knows how to make a ship?
If only this was a Minecraft server.
It took a month!
Okay, look, all I know is we have to find Oya and Anton. Like this is crazy. They just went poof, and now the whole base is going poof, and people are going poof. Like what? How long before we start disappearing? Like what's happening?
Okay, then we need to make this base stable enough to have a ship that stays a ship and have a base that stays a base, and then we leave.
Well, there has,
Well,
to
because the
be,
dipshit said we're dead. We need to go home.
there has to be some sort of security protocol in place, like escape pods or
Oh, are there
emergency
escape pods?
lockdowns.
Yeah, it doesn't gotta be our ship.
That keeps us
There is an
separate.
emergency hatched area where there are emergency suits located, and there are life pods that are sustainable for rescue. Think of them as like, think of it as sort of like a safety room that you run to, where if everything else fails, it's a place that can sustain survivors until a rescue mission can be launched.
Okay.
There are no shuttles, there's no pods, there's no escape.
There's nothing
Baseballs.
with thrust that's gonna get us out of here, but there is a panic room on the base. It's.
I'm panicking.
What if?
We should get there for now.
Okay.
Okay.
We can evaluate how we're getting out of here, but this.
I'd definitely like to go to a place with a stable roof. Yeah, which one?
Okay, but what if like Anton and Oya?
You see a Moonlight react to that and go, nod, and immediately put the helmet back on and activate it.
Can we leave some?
And then
kind of-
she just kind of reacts like she's getting a whiff of her own breath, and
Oh. Well, can we
Oya
leave
will
some
find
kind
us.
of like message or something for them?
I think we'll feel it.
Okay.
We usually can feel them. What do we feel of Oya and Anton right now with our sense 6?
so for a second you decide to focus on that. And here's the thing: you feel a connection to each other, unlike anything you have felt before. You are very aware of where everyone is standing. You're very aware of each other's emotional state. Interestingly enough, if all of you are lines in the shape, all of you slowly turn and look over at Moonlight, who starts to feel like the center. She's kind of like testing her suit, the anxiety of making sure that she's all good to go. And she notices everyone's looking at her and she goes, "Signs, what is it?"
Do you feel that?
And then
Welcome to the club. That's something.
Do we feel Oya and Anton?
no, you do not.
Okay.
But there is a familiar presence here. It doesn't feel malicious at all. In fact, it feels quite benevolent. It's inexplicable, but you are aware that there's somebody else here on this station that sensors apparently didn't pick up, or maybe they're in the fluctuations. But through the connection to Callisto 6 energy, you feel their presence on the station.
Just a presence.
Can we locate it?
You might be able to, but
How would we try?
Can I spend an insight?
yes, you can. So, so here's the thing: when it comes to the Callisto, so insight only pertains to something that is relevant to your character specifically. However,
I feel a lot of things.
well, I was gonna say when you're tapping into the Callisto energy, that's relevant to all of you. So
Yeah.
if you're asking me, can I use this energy to detect somebody else who has it? Yes. So it's 3 intellect points.
Done.
No, doesn't count. You have to. Yeah, Edge doesn't save you from an insight check.
That's fine.
Yeah. So 3 points. Oh, I see. You done as in fine. I'll spend
Yes,
it. Oh, okay.
yeah.
I thought you were saying the edge thing. Okay, cool. So yeah. So
Really smart.
I got 10 points to spend.
yeah.
For now.
So
Same.
you begin to remember a few of the incidents, because the interesting thing, Luma, is all of the strange instances that's happened with connection to the Callisto 6 energy. A lot of them have happened specifically to you. The one time you touched one of your teammates and actually managed to restore some of their pool.
Thanks for that. I remember that day. Good job, buddy.
You kind of focus in on that experience, wondering if you can find it again. And you do. Yes. It's down a few more halls on this very level, in the direction of the safe room,
Okay.
which is also, by the way, on this level. It's on the opposite end of the station where y'all are at. There are 3 levels.
As Luma sort of centers in and starts sort of walking, you see like a sort of after image light trail, very slightly falling behind her in a trail as she's going down the hall.
Okay. It's at this point you guys probably might realize that Cobalt's actually not touching the ground.
Oh.
Oh yeah. I have some new abilities.
Me too.
Really?
Yeah, if you see Cass literally just
You see me almost decide to do a big jump, look at that ceiling, and then kind of I sort of trip in midair, like
So I'll up myself to be on your level, so we're just kind of hovering.
okay.
Whoa!
Then I start trying it too. Like
Y'all are jumping up and down.
Yeah.
Honey babies.
yeah.
We should,
Lacey and I are like, darn
should
it,
we
try.
follow Luma?
I just
Yeah.
look back down at all of you like,
We're just like jumping.
I'll hover forward.
Fascinating thing is y'all are moving down this corridor back the way you came to the opposite end of the station. There is no sign of that biological creature laying on the floor that you encountered before. In fact, Cobalt, you also noticed that the body you saw being dragged by the vacuum is no longer there. There are some areas of this place that look absolutely pristine, like it's just waiting to be staffed, and other parts of this place it looks like it did when you arrived. And there are some moments, some very frightening moments, where y'all are walking, looking around, and you're noticing the air around you distort for a moment. And through the distortions, you can see a different image on the other side of the condition of like a wall or a data pad that's connected to the wall. Little pockets. And then everyone hears.
shield.
It almost sounds wolf-like, but it has a strange piping quality to it.
Stop.
Doesn't sound anything like the creature that you first encountered, and it doesn't seem to be coming from any particular direction.
So we're gonna ask.
Yeah, no, it doesn't. That's the eerie thing about this, aside from the fact that it sounds like a mournful piping wail, is that it doesn't seem to be coming from any, like, sound in this place. Pretty easy to pinpoint which direction it's coming from. You can't. You're not even 100% sure that sound waves are making it to your eardrums. For all you know is that the sound you're hearing is not behaving the way sound normally behaves.
Well, it seems like we have a time limit. I've worked with Oya a little when I was training for the shuttle. It seems like we're experiencing some sort of time paradox.
what do we do?
Well, there must be like an inciting incident, something that causes this.
That canister.
C6 bomb sounds about right.
Yeah.
There's no way to recreate that.
Especially on a person super great at time.
We should keep moving, though.
Which way's that panic room and where are you
Opposite
going?
side of the space.
Still feeling something.
Follow. They're nearby.
It is an encounter-free journey as y'all make your way. It takes about 2 minutes of walking to get from where you're at.
Coming from?
All around you, this place looks like a really very similar to what you see on our back wall here, this image of the space station, walking down these graded planks. You can hear your footsteps clanking against the metal of the grating. Honey Baby, of course, making the most of that noise. But as y'all slowly round this curve, what stands out to you is, unlike the other doors in the station, these big metal doors that slide open and close in the Star Trek-esque sort of style, at the end of the hall, where that safe room is, you see a wooden door
Okay, slightly
with a
out of-
brass handle, circa 1930.
What?
Slightly rusted over a little bit.
What is this, Narnia? What?
Door looks like it was originally painted like a really rich, deep green, and some of the paint is scraped off of it.
I want to look around the edges at the joining and the build of it. How does it?
Yeah, it looks like it's just part of the metal. It looks like the door to this place just doesn't exist, and that the door frame itself has been completely attached to the hull of this station.
Oh, I gotta open this.
Is it a push or a pull?
It looks like it's a push, but as you approach, you see the handle jiggle a little bit, and it opens up. And as the door swings in, the woman that's standing on the other side, for player information, because you'll get this if I describe it this way. Because if Eliza was here, if Oya was here, she would know immediately, because she saw this woman before on Amelia.
Oh, yes.
Back when she had a flicker of an image of somebody who she thought might have been her, or a future version of her, or perhaps a relative. But as the door swings open, the same image of this old woman who's dressed in these long fabrics, has her dreadlocks kind of pulled back and tied very neatly. Looks very well dressed with jewelry about her. The stunning part, though, is how your breath catches in your throat, Cass, because that's Oya's grandmother that's standing in front of you. And she
Abba?
gives this big smile and she says, well, here we are at last.
What?
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Luma.
Okay.
This isn't what I thought the panic room would be.
I'm a little panicky.
I'm still panicked.
Yeah.
Well,
Your front door?
not my front door. This door belonged to Oya.
What?
You should probably come inside.
Yes, okay.
Would you like to come inside?
Yes, please.
You hear that howling behind you. And she,
now I do.
you see a worried look in her face as she steps aside. When she steps aside, you see Oya's kitchen. But it looks brand new. This kitchen, if this is Baldwin Island, this is when Oya's place was built, because everything looks brand new. The tiled floor, the counter space, and she steps aside and says, "Come on in."
I'm spotting a tile that I know I broke. It's perfectly intact.
So one by one,
Yeah.
Yep.
y'all filter in. She doesn't watch y'all as you walk in. She kind of keeps glancing out the door at the noise.
Same.
And when you're all in, she closes the door and stops and goes,
Abuela, what is this? What's going on? Hi!
"How are you, Cass?"
You know good.
I think I missed a step. You know her?
This is Oya's grandmother. Where is Oya? Did she send you somehow?
She didn't send me, no.
We-
But thanks to her, I can come talk to you.
What?
These are our friends.
Oh, I
This
know
is
all of you.
Luma.
I know all of you. I've been trying to get a hold of y'all for ages now. Ages.
What?
How?
Well, I've been trying to reach you through Oya, but she wasn't ready yet. And that's understandable. I don't blame her at all. I don't blame her at all.
Are
For
you
what?
saying that you
What?
have abilities as well?
Oh. She reaches out this old hand and pats the side of your face, and there's this sensation of comfort that immediately comes from her. She looks you in the eyes and she says, "I am so glad things have worked out for you. I was very worried about you.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Why don't you all take a seat? Because we don't have too long, and I've got a lot to tell y'all."
As I sit down, I just go, Cass, is Oya's grandmother still alive in our time?
No.
most?
I sit on the floor so I don't break a surgery.
You go watch the awkward image of a honey baby folding its legs up and sitting in a very comfortable position right there on the floor.
I take a position near the
Says
door just in case.
She says, Anton,
Where is he? Do you know where he is? Is he okay? Tell him we're looking for him.
I don't know if he's okay, but it doesn't surprise me that he tried to save Oya when she didn't need saving. I'm sorry, that's the best I can do.
Where is she? What's going on with them?
I don't know exactly where she is. I could tell you. My answer would just frustrate you.
It would not be more frustrating than knowing nothing.
She's everywhere right now.
That is surprisingly helpful.
Good, good, good. I'm glad. It's going to help me understand how to tell you everything I've got to tell you.
See, maybe just
Okay. She says, well, first of all, just so there can be some trust between us, I am not Oya's grandmother.
What?
I thought you just. What?
Staff back.
It's a good reaction to have, but don't worry, there's no deception taking place here. I've been waiting for this moment to finally talk to y'all. I'm not about to waste it.
Are you Luma?
No, I'm not any of you. Although in some respects, I am a part of each of you. I know, that's very cryptic. I'm sorry. It's going to be very difficult to disseminate everything I have to tell you. A lot of it may not make sense. A lot of it, it's going to raise more questions, but I am the last piece of the puzzle. I am the answer to your questions.
Are you Callisto 6?
No, I'm not Callisto 6. Although I do appreciate that it was named that. But I am the creator of the energy, yes.
Are you the same kind of entity that the Fletcher was?
You see this look pass over her face, and she... Yes. Of course, their real name isn't Fletcher. It's just one of the many identities they assumed through the course of your human history in order to survive.
Yeah, it wouldn't really make much sociolinguistic sense for a pan-dimensional entity.
It would be a weird coincidence, wouldn't it?
I mean, anything with language making the same phonemes, which, I have lots
Are
of
you
questions
bonding
about-
with the thing? Lady?
I
Entity?
mean, she seems nice.
What?
Is she not? She seems nice.
Vunkos is its real name.
Come again?
Vunkos.
Vunkos.
In our language, it means the scorned.
Oh.
And you are?
My name is Otu. I've been dead for millennia now, by your time. Aeons.
We must have different definitions
Yeah.
of death.
You're looking great.
Not different definitions of death, no, but we do have a different understanding of space-time. Let's just put it that way.
We saw Vunkas be killed.
In one reality, that did happen, yes. You see, what they were doing here on your moon has set off some chain reactions. By the time you came anywhere near this small, beautiful little rock of yours, you have entered into a place where dimensions and possibilities are crossing. And I hate to tell you this, I really do, but you've also entered into a whole nother time frame. You have been here in a different time frame than where you are from. And I can't
Since when?
tell you.
Since when?
What does that mean?
It means time is passing differently for you than it is on Earth. That's because of all the gravimetric distortions and manipulations that are happening because of the radiance.
Can I touch things where we are?
Yeah, you.
Trying to put coffee on in Elise's kitchen.
Okay. You walk over and start pouring a cup of coffee. It all seems so real.
Sorry. Wait.
She says, I should start from the beginning.
Is that a meaningful concept?
She walks over and puts her hands on Sweet Baby's face. And you do feel the sensation of warmth as she touches. And you see this look in her face. And she just says, "Oh, Lacey, Lacey, Lacey. You are one of my favorites. And you, of all of them, are going to have to be the most careful now. And I know you know what I'm talking about. Don't you?"
Cass can throw dumpsters.
Yep.
She doesn't react to the dodge. Instead, she stares at you and just says, "It's not going to be the last time you're going to find that temptation. It's going to be worse. Be ready for it. They need you."
So the beginning?
The beginning. I believe in movie speak, your humans would call this exposition. She sits down at the kitchen table and pulls over a cup of tea and starts dipping a tea bag in it. And she says, "So, it's going to sound quite familiar to all of you. And it's very adorable, in my opinion, as to why that's happened. See, the truth of the matter is my species helped give rise to the human race. You're not the only ones. And as a result, a little bit of us is imprinted in you. And I have to say, it's been interesting gazing across this gulf of space-time and seeing the way your society has progressed. It's fascinating watching the stories you tell each other. So many of them, we've seen our own history in them." Not that I want to take credit for Terminator 2, but it was a great movie.
What?
And she sips the tea. It could be coincidence. The universe is a big place. She sets it down.
I know that time isn't exactly linear for you, but we might have a situation, or are we okay, or do we have to speed things up?
I'm sorry, I'm getting carried away. It's been a while since I've spoken to a new species. So, the beginning. I can't tell you too much because, no offense, you simply won't understand. But I can tell you
Too late.
I can tell you this. I come from a species, my species. We thought we were alone in the universe, and we weren't. And we advanced technologically, and much like every other species that's come along, we almost destroyed ourselves during our technological adolescence. But we managed to make it through, and we managed to find a way to live together. And then I created the Radiance, which you call Callisto. And the Radiance was a power source that I was able to harness the very essence of space-time and to create on a scale that no one had ever seen before, willing things into existence simply by wishing to do so. And for a while, it was clear that we were ready to do it. We were using it for good. We were building a whole society of explorers, people who wanted to view off into space. And we kept pushing the boundaries, and we started creating life. We found out how to use this energy to seed potential worlds with the proteins and the compounds necessary to set things in motion. And then we sat back to watch the chips fall where they may. And of course, what you might expect, what we should have all known was going to happen, happened.
Power corrupt.
Power corrupts. We didn't believe ourselves capable of such a thing. We were creatures of enlightenment, of compassion. Vunkos. We discovered there is a mineral. We didn't know it existed. A mineral called tricassium was discovered on a few worlds throughout the universe and in a few of the other universes that we came across. Extremely rare. But this mineral was able to capture and contain the radiance like a battery. We didn't know such a thing could exist. The very essence of the radiance was meant to alter space-time. And somehow this mineral was able to contain it. It was the only naturally occurring object that had been able to do so. And it was most abundant on the newly born planet that would become known as Earth. Deep within the mantle of your planet, when we seeded that world with life, it was infused in the rock. Vunkos found out, and he and his followers went there to extract it, and there was a confrontation. He lost at great cost, and we marooned him there for eternity, stripped him of everything, took away all what he was, and left him to die.
You
And
fucked that up.
We fucked that up. We didn't think it was possible. We don't know how he survived, how he was able to...
Wreck our city. Take over our
Yes.
companies.
That was just one incident.
Yeah, we just noticed is all.
As he began to evolve, they began to become something new. They began to use what energy they could find. As it turns out, your world, along with the others who have this mineral in it, have an ambience of the radiance about it. And somehow he harnessed it to become something more and transcended his old boundaries of flesh and has been able to sustain himself. Vunkos ceased to be a being that we knew him to be and became something totally new. Unfortunately, my race was long dead after all of this had happened.
We must have different definitions.
Space-time? Right now, the extinction of my race is going to happen to me. It's years away. And I see it coming. I am speaking to you from my place in the time of this universe.
Why does it look like you're speaking to us from my friend's kitchen?
Because if I'd shown you the truth of what I was and what you were in, you would go mad.
What am I drinking?
It smells like coffee.
Okay.
You sip. Like I said, this is going to open up more questions. You hear that howling outside the door again, and she glances.
What is that?
That's a question.
The unleashing of the radiance on the moon has set off a chain reaction and has caused the parallel universes to collide here. The walls between realities have weakened, and the predators that lurk in the walls of those realities, like cockroaches, smell your meat.
Okay, that's nice.
Okay, it's a bad wolf. Got it.
Well,
Bad wolf.
if you've been watching us, then you might know how we escape. How do we get out of here? The shuttle was destroyed.
There's someone else who's been trapped in this same moment, just like you.
Yeah, who is that? We feel them.
You're going to have to face them.
In like a bad way?
In a bad way.
Dang it.
Sorry.
Why can't it be a good feeling?
I don't know. It never is it? You always want something, unless it's the smell of funnel cakes.
Dang it. Sorry, I forgot to eat.
The being known as Fletcher, who we once called Vunkos, they are now something more, and they have become something that has transcended the creature that we once knew.
But
It has been biding its time and waiting for society to grow around in hopes, after extinction level event after extinction level event, biding its time until a civilization could arise and give it the technology it needed to fuse the radiance with its DNA. No one of my species has ever accomplished such a thing.
But wait, he's dead. We saw him die on the news that
In
we
one
watched.
universe, you did see him die, but I guarantee you this. They are not dead. And if you ever watch, in any universe, if you ever watch Vunkos die in such a way, I promise you, whoever is the one that is responsible for killing them is now their vessel.
I rummage around in the highest cabinet where I know they still keep the good
Cereals and
Like
stuff
my
like you got. Okay.
And I grabbed the bottle.
That's even worse than a lich.
It's
Yeah.
important that you all know all this. You will be the last beings I ever speak to.
What?
once this conversation's over, I'm finally at rest. I can finally return to my time and die with the rest of my kind.
What do we do?
Voonkos has to be stopped. We all know that.
How?
How? Well, this much I can tell you. That now that you have been infused with the Radiance yet again, you will be a different level of challenge for Voonkos. So Voonkos has the ability to manipulate the energy. But now you are as one with the energy as he, as they. I should remember that the one that I knew, you will not be able to speak to them the way you speak to me. Voonkos will interact and Voonkos will gloat, but they are not, do not think of them as a being that can be rationalized with.
We don't.
What can we do to them?
I look to Moonlight.
Moonlight is staring and wrapped just like awe. And she notices you're looking at her and she signs, "This is fucking amazing."
Okay.
She says, she steps in front of the woman, just signs, "What does this mean for me and the people that were created by Fletcher?" And the woman says, "I don't know. I'm sorry. But I do know that if you've been infused with radiance, Moonlight, there's something I should tell you." And her attention turns to Moonlight suddenly and she says, "You are unique. You were created by Voonkos. You were created to be a vessel and to be a puppet. And Voonkos honestly thought, just like all of the other created, that you would play that role." She leans in and says, "But Voonkos didn't realize that there was still a little girl inside. He underestimates that. They underestimate that about your species. You can use that. You are living proof that you can find a way to live with and move beyond your scars and use them. Let them empower you and find a way forward. You are proof that deep down, you are your own creator." And Moonlight is just staring at her. We may have helped give that gentle push in hopes that biological life would one day form on Earth, but we did not create you. You are all your own creators, and you accomplished what we could not. You fused the radiance with yourselves, and look at you. Your trials are just beginning. You hear the howl again, and she glances back and she says, "Your world has been saturated with this energy source. You are the first. You will not be the last."
I've,
Do you
How do we stop? Okay. Yep.
oh, sorry.
Go.
No, you first. No.
Yep,
No,
nope.
you. Okay. So, Oya died. Luma died. Well, you know, it passed. In the whatever. We were told that Fletcher took the energy from us. Now that we've been, I don't know, juiced, can we take it from him?
Without
Can we-
him.
Can we basically pull the same that he was going to do to us?
There's one of you that can, if they choose. And she levels her eyes at Moonlight. And Moonlight looks at her and says, "You have been given the ability to manipulate the radiance."
Just like Voonkos.
What you have done, Luma, by sharing the power of the radiance in healing your friend, Moonlight can now do. That is what she does. She can empower all of you. She can mute Von Kust's power as well. But be aware, Von Kust is not alone anymore. As I said, the energy is now saturating your world. You are not going to be alone anymore. There will be others like you now. Be ready.
This is giving me hope that we get back to Earth.
Yeah, that's kind of a concern.
Hey, do you have a
Help.
spaceship?
I don't. But the one you're going to face when you leave here will.
Yeah.
She took one to get up here when she murdered everyone on the base.
That's correct.
Is it?
And when you leave this room, it's very likely her timeline will cross with yours.
If we take things from here, do they come with us?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know. You should try it.
Science. Does Oya have headphones?
Oh yeah.
I mean, oh, yes.
You can take the coffee with you.
Can I get to Oya's room from here, or is the kitchen the end of space?
Yeah, really.
She walks over and opens the door, and you see an infinite hallway of
Okay.
infinite doors. And she says, "This is just a moment in time."
Cool.
And again, the howling, and she says,
Any of those moments have some noise cancellation mechanisms?
"You'll be all right. You're ready now. I don't know how to stop phone costs. You're going to have to find that out yourselves. I've done everything I can do. I've answered every question I can think to answer. I'm hoping this has solved a lot of your problems. What happens next is going to determine the course of not your world, but many worlds. No pressure."
Well, for what it's worth, thank you for that push, and good luck with whatever comes next.
No more fumbling in ignorance. She smiles at you and pats your hand. Y'all are going to be okay. The other realities, it's been rough. This one's different. This one has you. Escape the station and Oya will come back to you.
And Anton?
I don't know about Anton.
What do you mean you don't know about Anton?
Oya's ability to ride the oceans of time and space is an ability that she has naturally. If she took Anton with her, it could be a simple matter of how tight he can hold on. I don't know about Anton, I'm sorry.
He can hold on pretty good.
It's kind of what he does.
The howling again outside the door, and she says, "My time's up. If the creature crosses through here, everything that you've just experienced will cease, and you will never have gotten this information."
I open the door.
You walk over to the door. She puts her hand on it and just says, "I just want to thank all of you.
Thank you.
I can die knowing that in a few billion years, on the other side of this universe, a people are going to be born that have the potential for amazing things when they learn that they're not separate from each other. Go get them, kiddos." She opens the door.
I tackle hug her for looking like a boiler.
She gives you a very familiar warm hug back and smiles at you.
You're really sure I can't have your lab notes about creating the energy source? Because you're the only person in the entire pan-dimensional cosmos who could tell me, and you're about to go and die.
Why do you think we're about to die?
That's what happens when you play
Had to
God.
ask. For science.
Set the standard. Your world is never going to be the same. You have a chance. We didn't take it seriously, and it killed us. But you can change that. A new world is waiting for you. Stop Vunkas, or it will be their world waiting for you. They will burn the earth to the ground, jump through dimensions to come back and wreak vengeance upon me and my people on the opposite side of time. And nothing will have ever been.
Not today.
Well, that's a pretty good motivation. Let's go.
Stuff.
She smirks at you and says, It's amazing what happens to you when you go to seminars sometimes, right?
So as we're walking out of the room, I'm going to call everyone into sort of a huddle. Mm-hmm. I've been sort of checking in with myself, and I think I have a new ability that might help us out. And
You hear the door closing as you're saying this, and the last glimpse of her staring at all of you with a smile on her face. And when it closes, and it literally starts to turn into a bleached white glossed color, and then you're staring at the metal door of the base. I have to interrupt you, Xander, because we have to go on break.
Oh.
So hold that thought.
And I start running.
Yeah.
Hold that thought.
Got it. It's
As
there.
you all just got the big info dump, the last piece of the mystery. She finally was able to connect with you because of the bomb that went
Right.
off. So we're gonna step out for about 10 minutes, take a quick pee break, and we will be back. We will see you guys in just a moment. Don't go anywhere.
Should we walk? Should we stay?
Guys, you can do whatever you want. Just, do you guys want to walk in or do you want to stay?
I want to walk.
Jake, what do you want to do?
I just want to stay.
All right. Can I walk in anyway?
I think it's a little weird if one of you stays and one of you walks.
Can we try it?
Then you stay. I'll walk in.
Okay, just can we start from there? Start from one. All right.
How is
so
that-
Jake, Daryl, if you can go back to one, please,
This is my one.
or go back to your other one.
Am I
The
out
one
of
that we talked
frame?
about earlier.
Am I out of frame?
If I can you see me, Jake? If you can see me, then I can see you. Can you see me right now?
Yeah.
Then yeah, I can see you. So let's scoot off to the back, and then Daryl, if you
Yep.
can just take a couple steps backwards for me, please.
Here's the thing.
All right. I actually think this is a good starting point.
Okay.
All right, and action.
So we made a game.
No,
Yeah.
Daryl, you're gonna have to come out. Like,
But I
on
thought we were
action-
staying.
On action, you
Yeah,
guys walk out.
because you said we should enter and or stay and or enter.
No, but I mean on action, what's gonna happen is that
Yeah.
Jake, I'm gonna want you to walk out because you were standing here before, right?
Yeah.
Right. And
But then-
Daryl, you
but
were
then
standing
you
over
said
here,
to
so
go
I'm
out.
gonna need you to stand right
Okay,
here at
I got
that
it.
point too.
I
I
got
know,
it.
but that's at the beginning
Okay.
part.
Okay.
beginning.
All right.
Okay, no. So this is the ending part. Go back to the beginning part, which would be over there.
So
No,
by,
not you. And I'm sorry. Do you mind if I touch you?
It's not really. But
Okay.
So by the end, we need to be there.
By the end, yes.
Okay.
So you want to
Daryl,
do like, you
so
know what?
when
Let's
we
just
start
do
talking,
individual rehearsals for this.
Yeah.
Walk real slowly.
Okay.
Over the course of the next few minutes.
Got it.
And then by the end, we'll be.
No.
Got it.
Walk out like a normal human being would walk out. Why are you walking slow? This isn't like a slow motion
I
thing.
thought it
It's
was
just
supposed
an
to take.
intro.
I thought. Okay.
Yeah, but you said by the end you want us up here. If
Not
if
by
we're-
the end of the message. At the start, I want you here.
Yeah, well, that's what we did, and then you said go
Okay,
back
then
there.
we'll take it from here. Action.
It feels better this way.
We made a game.
Hey,
Daryl, but you don't need to go back. Is there like a polarity thing here? Like
No,
when
we
one
got
of
it.
you goes somewhere, the other one has to go the other way?
Do you want to switch
I know
sides?
that came off as harsh, and I didn't mean it that way, but I just feel like this should be a lot
This
easier.
feels-
than
this
it
feels
is.
weird. That
This
feels, I like
this
it better
feels
this way.
good.
Okay. Well, that's normally the position you guys are in, so I think no, we're not.
Okay, and do we need to like we're the president, like talking to our like
One of them?
bomb the
No.
North Pole? I don't know.
No.
Are we gonna lean at the same
You- no,
time?
you try
By
your-
the end, we're leaning in.
Got it.
Okay. Hi, I'm Jake.
And I'm Daryl.
I play Jake on Asinine Wisdom,
and I'm exhausted.
and he plays Daryl. We made a game that we're going to be playing on International Tabletop Day, which is today. It's right now. That's why you're watching now, because it's International Tabletop Day, and we made a game. Did I mention that, Sean? Did I mention that part?
You did.
It's
Okay.
called the Asinine Wisdom,
The board game.
but board spelled.
It's spelled differently than because when we made the game, it doesn't have a board.
And it's spelled like you're.
But it's spelled like you're not having fun.
Oh,
Well, it
thanks.
doesn't need a board.
No, you need to spell it. Oh god.
I got
You mean actually write it?
Yeah.
Oh, Daryl, sweetheart. So we decided, you know what? We should make a game because we need more ways to get the brand of Asinine Wisdom out there. You know, like any virus or disease would do, we need to spread, right? And so let's do that by more means possible. So we are here today to tell you what the game is. And I remember, what are you doing? That feels like a lot.
Jay goes at number one. Daryl stays out. Then at 10 minutes,
Be
at the table.
Good point. Okay, so I called Daryl one day. I feel like I'm walking too fast now.
You what?
Jake, you actually don't need to ever leave the table once we've started, and we've started.
Let's start again.
How did you spell board for the game?
Oh, I can't spell.
So when you guys made the game, was that really just a misspelling? Because I thought you guys did that on purpose.
We did.
Which one's better? That's
That's the right spelling, but not for your game.
What does the email say?
Where's the game?
We don't have it.
Do you? So pretend like these blocks are cards for the Asinine board game. These are cards, right? And so this card has something on it.
So yeah.
And then I play that card.
But okay.
Keep,
Well, but so there's one person who's got because there's
Take a
okay.
card.
There's a lot like everybody's got cards.
You know what?
Right?
Wait, this
like
is
hold
confusing.
on,
No,
let me
this is
better with do it with something else.
Oh.
And
People.
The number of people that can play 2, 5, 7. I lost. Okay, 1, 2,
3.
Now I've lost it. I've lost it. Several people can play.
So let's say these dice
but we only
are
need
people.
we only need 4.
Oh, I put
4
out
more, including us, which is 8 people. 15 people.
60 people.
Yeah.
I put 6
So
out.
let's get them all a chair.
No, you don't put the.
Let's get them all, and then.
We can't see you in the camera.
Oh.
Oh.
Here. All right. I got a better idea.
Okay.
This is a table.
That describes the game.
This is a table with chairs, and then
These are the chairs.
Each of the people, which are represented by the dice
Mm-hmm.
here, the dice sits here.
Wait, is that so?
The dice.
Is this
sits
a dice or a chair? This is.
That's a chair. This is a dice. The dice sits on the chair, and then that's a person. And then the dice takes a card, which is
I
represented.
feel like we should start. I feel like we should walk in. I feel like the slow walk in is the better way to do
You
it.
don't need 6 people? That's
Well,
cool.
you can do. That's a good point.
No,
Or
the,
maybe 2 are
the
sitting.
table is 6.
The table's
See,
not another chair.
I did
No,
a
no, no,
6
no, no,
for
no,
the
no.
table. See, that's a 6.
Yeah.
Or 9. Or 69.
Okay.
Nice.
Grow up.
First of all, that's inappropriate.
Yes.
Second of all, your math is I don't
I'd
know
say-
that sentence.
Yeah.
Abhorrent.
That's the word of the
No
day.
reason to call names.
My mom was an abhorrent for years, and just look how I came.
Made a good living.
You are so confused.
This dice is a person at
I'm
a
gonna
chair.
walk in. All right. I'm Jake Bennett of Asinine Wisdom, and this is Daryl. Can we cut at this point? Yeah.
Do you want to try a table that looks like this one? Maybe draw that one. Because we don't have
What is
any
this?
round
Is
tables.
this a trapezoid?
Yes. Very good.
Okay, so don't come back here and walk back there.
This is a table.
That's what I was.
And we made a game called.
I don't know. I just feel like
maybe I'm
if there's
The Asinine Wisdom board game.
You know, then like a
Board.
like, what's going on with the crazy like the guy who keeps walking, and then the people are like tuning in. They're like, where's this guy gonna walk now?
Who's thinking that? And Daryl just never mind.
Okay. So I'll just okay.
Very nice.
Hi, are we doing the what is this? Asinine Wisdom,
Read the sign.
the board game.
Oh, I forgot the.
Yeah, you did.
Should I write it on my chest?
Yeah, I guess you can go ahead. Right. So anyway, everybody's got cards, right? This is like
There. The.
Price is Right style. That is unnecessary. What? Why would you do that?
I was writing for the
I think that's a permanent marker. Let me see.
board game.
That's permanent. Don't do that to your skin.
Stop sniffing it.
I have to. I'm checking it.
The board game.
Anyway, so everybody's got cards, but they're not these cards because we haven't made the cards yet because we got to run to our local office supply store chain to print them and make them.
These are big.
They're really big. It's like I was saying, it's like that game on Price is Right where you have the cards.
Plinko.
I think it's called the card game, which really just feels lazy on the part of Bob Barker, but you know,
Hey,
he's
may he rest in peace.
Bless his heart. May he rest in peace.
Is he dead?
Is Bob Barker dead? Can we look that up? We hate to break this news to you, but we're not sure
If
the
he's-
status of Bob Barker.
But Drew Carey
alive and kicking.
Nothing to do with this.
Why don't you wish people a happy International Day?
Happy birthday.
Happy holidays.
Wow. Just wow.
But the card game. It's later. It's a 5:15ish.
Just, you know what? We'll clean this all up with a graphic.
Okay.
I'm gonna walk. Okay. And then I end up here.
And then
sorry.
just cut the audio.
I did it.
Right
I did it the
here,
wrong
too.
way.
That would help.
I did it the wrong way. So.
Thanks for coming in, guys.
And then do I just step out? Oh, we forgot. There's anyway.
Now, can you guys both walk off? Jake, just stop. Just
This
stop.
would've been
Just-
better.
Jake, do the opposite of what I'm telling you right
This
now.
would have been better. That's one. And it works with the bombing the North Pole part.
We can't see it.
And he plays the cards. Do you want
Okay.
us to
You
go?
guys can hear us, right?
So
Maybe they
we're
thought you meant cut our audio to their ears.
are we wrapped? So
That's probably what it.
Yeah,
we
we're
are-
keeping- we're
this is
keeping
beyond
that.
Done.
okay.
You can leave all. None of that is yours. So.
Where'd that marker
Back,
go?
everybody, to Callisto 6. We are back from our break. We're going to go jumping right back into where we left off.
Into the huddle.
So where we last left off, you guys had encountered what looks like a member of the race of pan-dimensional being. Yes. The creature known as Fletcher, who has been sort of an ominous identity from the beginning, has started to sort of finally take shape for you guys, revealing what they are, where they came from, who they used to be, who they are now, what their plans are, and you managed to meet across the gulf of time one of the members of that race who apparently has been aware of what you have all been going through and has this whole time been trying to reach out to you through Luma, appearing from time to time where she could. I'm sorry, Oya, yes. Appearing from time to time.
Did I not share that? Sorry, my
Sorry.
bad. Ship of secrets.
appearing from time to time through Oya, and finally was able to make a connection thanks to this event of the Callisto 6 energy source, which you now know originally, before it was refined, before it was discovered, is called the Radiance by the species that created it. A harnessing of the fundamental laws of the universe into an energy that could literally warp reality and make things out of nothing. The reality stone, as it were. The reality, space, and time zone.
Yeah, this is a good chunk of gauntlet.
Yeah, it's a good chunk of gauntlet.
Don't snap it.
So,
Except for snap.
this energy apparently has the ability to warp gravity, warp space-time, make things flow in different directions. It has the ability to make something out of nothing, and in your case, fusing with your DNA, you've learned, of course, it's manifested all these incredible abilities that you all have. You've also learned that you were the first ones to ever achieve that level of synthesis with this energy source. That not even Vunkos, who you now know is the real name of the Fletcher entity, not even Vunkos has been able to achieve this.
So it's canonically established that Anika Patel is the best scientist in the pan-dimensional cosmos.
Anika
Thank
Patel
you so
did
much.
what Anika Patel has done what their race could not do.
Yeah, get good, you casuals.
Dr. Anika Patel.
Dr. Anika Patel.
Actually, it's
So, leaving the the kitchen of this pan-dimensional being, and she sends you on your way, basically wishing you all luck, and then returning to her time frame where she can live out the rest of her days and die with the rest of her species as she is fated to. You now find yourselves back in this ever-shifting, ever-warping space station that has become essentially the shatter point of dimensions crossing into each other. A weakening between the walls of different realities, different universes. And as you've entered into this hallway once again, the room that held, like, you were all going to the safe room, panic room, so to speak, because you needed spacesuits, for those of you who didn't have them anymore, and you needed a place to sort of get together in order to figure out your escape plan and use the resources. That room has now returned to normal, because as you're standing in the hallway, the doors have opened, sensing that people are nearby, and you see this large room on the inside with rows of spacesuits. Moonlight, of course, is being the one that still has their spacesuit on. She is looking at all of you and swaying back and forth and rubbing her hands like she's trying to process this mind-shattering info dump and the events that are taking place around, and the fact that she is now super. All of this, she looks like she's just...
She was always super.
You and my dad's, my goodness.
And again, that ominous howling sound. It sounds like a piping of some kind. Doesn't seem to be coming from any direction. Sweet Baby is, or Honey Baby rather, is picking up blips of other life forms flickering in and out. It doesn't seem to be on any regular interval. But if this dimensional being is to be believed, her name, by the way, to remind everybody, Amantu, or Otu. She seemed to know that at some point you were going to cross paths, which what you have deducted is Fawn and her strike team that was coming up here to retrieve the Callisto energy source.
That sounds bad.
Which means time is folding onto itself.
We follow the presence that Gina detected, right?
That's
The benevolent.
Yep.
I want to set a facial recognition algorithm. If any of the blips detected on station security look like Fawn, drop a pin in the location. We're not seeing a lot, and it could be that she's a lot of places, but if any of them are repeating, we can infer that that might be a location with enough dimensional stability that we can interact with it.
Roll. Difficulty is 10.
Okay.
You were accessing computer systems and
Okay.
you were accessing computer systems that are currently in the middle of fluctuating through space-time.
Cool.
So
Yeah.
it's literally like a bunch of conversations that are stopping themselves halfway in the middle of the conversation, starting a new conversation that never should have started to begin with. Let's go ahead. What do you have to roll?
Cool. So
Take us through it, Lacey.
that sounds like tech use to me.
Yeah, I would agree.
Is there like coding and science to algorithmic creation?
It's not really an algorithm creation. You're basically using face recognition software.
Yeah.
That you have. You're not creating it. I wouldn't say you're coding or anything. I would say you're just using the. I would say that Honey Baby functions as an asset for sure.
Always does.
Yeah. So I would say using that. But yeah.
Okay. Then I have 3 powers shifts for being a technopath now.
So 10, 9, 8 difficulty.
I have specialization in all tasks involving electrical machines.
7, 6.
I have Honey Baby and my onboard computer
5,
as
4.
assets.
Right.
And then I have as much effort as I'm gonna blow into this.
Okay. So the difficulty is 4, and you're gonna drop effort, which I think you're gonna get a free level of anyway, right? Because of your edge rating.
Oh, certainly, yeah.
So 3.
And then it will be fancy.
Okay. So difficulty 3.
So
Where-
here's the thing: if you're a tier 4 character, you know how many levels of effort you can do?
4.
Yeah.
So you're gonna burn 4 levels of effort. Okay. So the difficulty drops to 0, and you just do it.
All right, sounds good.
So
That feels better.
without rolling,
right.
you achieve what Cypher System calls an impossible task.
That checks out.
But welcome to the superhero genre of Cypher System, ladies and gentlemen, and envies.
To parse that, it means NPCs are capable of impossible tasks. I want to be very clear on
Very,
that.
very clear. Yes, as we know, because so taking difficulty 10 to 0, Lacey, the moment you begin to settle in, you feel a connection to the paradigm of technology you have never understood before. Before, it was like reaching out and becoming aware of technology as it existed around you. But as you extend your senses, you can feel the electrical pulses coursing through all of the circuits of this station like a heartbeat. The information that's coming and going, the logic, the efficiency, the intention, everything is so clear, free of confusion. And that's when you start to feel that coldness settle in on you again. That feeling of temptation, that walking up against this barrier where flesh becomes less and less important to you. The the form that you manifest in now, so limiting compared to what you could be if you were just willing to leave it behind and evolve. The distancing you feel from your own body. The whole station, even though it's in a state of fluctuation and contradiction, you're able to understand the fundamental language of how the systems work. And even though the die is randomly being rolled, giving number after number, you come to understand every number on the die. Knowing how the system reacts, how it's trying to anticipate, how it's being cut off and starting again as reality is shifting about it, and you manage to create, you get a full view of the station as it is in the course of warping through reality. You see flashes of events that have happened on this station and a few that are going to happen. You see a flash of the station disintegrating the way the shuttle was described disintegrating. In one area, it's folding in upon itself. In another area, you see Ree sitting down in the cafeteria with 20 of the astronauts, and it looks like it was a birthday party. You can see confetti floating through the air and people enjoying each other's company as they share a cake. And Ree is laughing at some stupid joke while it looks like a game being broadcast from Earth is being played on one of the large screens, Mag Ball. And that flickers away to an empty cafeteria where no one is there. You see the creature that you had all encountered, the one that Oya spoke to that claimed that the strike team came and killed everybody. And you're watching a very different story unfold. You're watching the creature killing everybody, slaughtering them one by one, trying to take it down, but it breaks them. It folds them in half. It throws their parts against the wall. It eviscerates people. It almost seems to be enjoying it. The screaming sounds. You catch a glimpse of Dr. Ree plugging himself in to become what you know is going to be Tails. All of this is beginning to unfold in front of you, all through like a flickering of like a camera shutter as you're seeing all of this. It's almost too much, and then you catch Fawn arriving on what looks like a Pyramid Star shuttle, a hell of a lot more advanced than the space shuttle you arrived in. Bless her, we love her to death. But clearly a shuttle of the age, docking effortlessly. Fawn stepping out. She looks a little different. She looks a little meaner as she comes stepping out. And interestingly enough, behind her are 6 of these mutant creatures that you remember fighting in the skies over Los Angeles. All in these black suits that look like they're also geared for zero G combat. Flanked by them, she steps out and you see her taking stock of bodies all around her, torn to pieces by this beast. Contradicting, again, what Oya learned from the creature. What do you trust at this point? And as Fawn looks around, she waves one down one way and one down the other. And as they break apart, she vanishes. And so do they. Just vanish out of reality.
I found a when she was, but she didn't stay there.
I might be able to help. Since we aren't able to trust traditional senses, I might be able to go and physically see what's there and relay through communications.
Let's stick together.
Moonlight signs she's insane.
Fawn?
Fawn is the type of person that would break her own helmet if it meant killing you.
But what if she can't see me? And I'll start glowing blue all the way down, and then from the tip of my head, I slowly turn invisible as I just disappear.
Oh my gosh, are you phasing out too?
Yeah,
okay.
Moonlight has the same reaction.
I'm okay.
She goes,
I'm okay.
Wait, can you see?
I can see.
What the?
Whoa. Okay.
watching
Wait.
Honey Baby just raise their arms up to their head. What?
Can I touch you?
So if you
feel?
touch me, you feel
Oh
that
my
I'm
gosh,
there.
you're still there!
But wait,
That's so cool.
and I'm gonna activate my ghost ability, so you can't see anything. But try again. And you go right through.
What the heck? Where'd your body go? Please talk.
You see this looks mesmerized, but Moonlight says, "I can still see you." She signs that to you.
My energy.
She nods.
Can you?
I can't see detail, but I can still see you.
Interesting.
Cobalt, the only
Yes.
thing is, even though she can't see you, you can hear her. If she does anything using her powers, like from what I've heard, she could kill you with a sound.
I think I'll be okay. Because they won't notice that I'm there. I can get you the information. I can tell you when the shuttle is there, if at all. We can time this out. And I can give you the information that the computers aren't. I have hope. She gave me hope. I know that we survive this.
I trust you. Be careful.
Where's your face? I want to look at you.
No.
Creepy.
Just my face. But it's
and
still
now-
blue and
Oni-
translucent.
Or rather, Moonlight grabs you by the shoulders and turns you towards her, and she just looks at you and goes, "Signs weird," and just keeps looking at you, like grabs your head and
Yes, okay. Oh,
kinda like,
yes.
Yeah, this is what nightmares are made of. Right?
Okay. Okay, if we're doing this, you're saying constant communication.
Okay.
And to remember, Fawn might be able to feel you like we feel you, so just be aware of that and clock any weird changes of her noticing anything about you.
I will attach my ocular adaptation to Honey Baby, so that way I don't have to speak to communicate.
Okay.
I can do this.
You jump out of there. Anything gets weird.
I've never felt this confident in my abilities. It's nice.
Go get him.
You get some spacesuits.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah.
The minute we all have spacesuits, we can vent the station.
I'm going to put the spacesuit on, but keep my hands from. I'm not putting the hands on.
I.
I'm keeping my
Patch the
hands
gloves
free.
to the side.
Suits get wrecked and I forgot.
Yeah, they disintegrated when you got all powersy. But the Callisto energy source does magical things.
I'll take off
I
though
can't
while they're.
if you're
dressed.
frostbite.
I know. I'll put them on as soon as we know what's happening. But I'm not shooting things out of the suit right now. If we have to fight,
Do we have any tape?
Yes.
You can just tape her wrist shut.
I mean,
well,
yes.
isn't it? I don't know what kind of spacesuits we have. Do we have any hand? Is it all one?
Yeah, I mean, it's basically one suit.
Oh, never mind.
Because these things are designed for all sizes, so when you slip into it, it does that sort of Back to the Future thing where it goes,
I'm
like
just gonna tie it
Spider-Man
around
suit.
my waist, and I'll be like, I'll put it on real fast. Look, I'm really fast. Okay, I am really fast. If anyone's gonna super fast the suit on, I want to keep my hands free.
Moonlight
Cass can punch through hers. I mean, like, you can, whatever. But
waves and says, "We have to also remember, time is moving differently for us up here. We don't know how much time is passing back at home, so whatever we do, we should do it fast."
and fast I can do.
Okay.
I'm gone.
Hey, are you
she's-
gonna go though?
She signs. He left.
And I wanted you to go like, Paul, your face.
Oh yeah.
Fix your face. Put your face on.
So with the ghost ability, I'm able to keep my senses while phasing, and so I'm going to take like a straight shot through the station, ignoring walls and doors and everything, and just kind of
Make a. This is going to be a mental defense roll. Difficulty is 3.
mental defense.
Yes,
So I'm using intellect.
that's correct.
Okay. And the difficulty's 3.
3, so 9 or better.
If you have that intelligence power shift, that gives you intellect defense training, or intellect defense shift.
Oh,
Yes.
that's correct. So it's
I
dropping
have a
down
3
to 2.
power shift in intellect.
You have 3 power shifts
Because
in
all my
intellect.
phasing's intellect.
Oh, then you're fine. You don't have to roll. So the reason why I was having you roll is because as you're running through walls into different sections of the stations, you're literally hopping realities.
Oh, God.
Every room seems to manifest in a different point in time that the station was built. And at one point, as you're running through, you actually enter a section of the station that's being constructed by crews. And then you're through that wall and into a room where people are like pulling the blankets up to go to sleep or running an experiment, like, or one of those moments where people are getting torn apart. Like, it's it's like flipping through the channels at rapid speed, and it's a little maddening, but you manage to push through. The mental fortitude of like shoving yourself through these walls. You just keep focused on the task at hand. You will eventually make it towards the back end of the station. You run through the wall where Dr. Ree's lab was. He's not in there, but it is lit up, so it's a different period. You're not sure when. And as you pass through that wall, you get towards the back where you find yourself in a room with a small pile of bodies and a bunch of these mutant creatures standing over it. You recognize them instantly. And these tactical zero-G combat suits. They look like spacesuits as well, but they look like they're functioning differently. They look a little tighter, a little sleeker as they're attached, a little more advanced. And the weapons that they have on them look like they are highly advanced too. Your instinct is they can probably... These are weapons that can probably be used in the vacuum of space. These are weapons that could probably be used just about anywhere. There's about 6 of them. The bodies that they're standing over are bodies of scientists, and it looks like from the smears on the floor, they've dragged these bodies in here. Standing between them is Fawn. She has her helmet off, and she's talking into what looks like a comm unit on her wrist, and she looks really irritated. You walk in.
I'm transmitting everything.
Make a stealth roll.
Yes, I get advantage.
Yeah, you are still making noise, so let's see you
Yes.
clumping in. Let's see if you...
So that goes up to specialized.
He's floating.
Yeah, I could.
Yeah.
You could float.
Yeah, he's a hover ghost.
I'm not using hover just yet.
Okay.
Fair.
But go ahead. What is the difficulty?
Casper.
Difficulty is going to be 5.
Difficulty is 5. And then since I'm using my abilities and intellect, I'll use that power shift, right?
Okay, yes, that's
So-
correct. Yeah, because you're using your power right now to...
That's
yeah.
a 3 shift down. So that brings me to 2. And then I'm specialized in sneaking because I both have ghost and invisibility.
1, 0.
Yep.
All right, so you don't have to roll. Superheroes. Go.
Feels good.
Feels good.
Yeah.
All right, so you come to a stop as you're like... Fawn is pacing back and forth, and you enter the room just as you hear her say, "The fuck you think I'm gonna do about it?" She turns it off. She shoves one of the mutant officers out of her way, and he just kind of gets shoved off to the side. Doesn't react though. And coming through the intercom again, you hear, "Don't you ever hang up on me." And she just kind of looks up at the sky for a minute and just says, "What are we, fucking teenagers now?" And a beat passes and says, you hear that familiar voice again say, "I asked you for a status update. I need that power source and I need it now. Your life depends on it as much as mine does." I told you, everyone's dead. The thing they made up here seems to have fucking killed everyone. We had to put it down. I have no idea where that stupid power source is. It's probably on one of the lower levels. I'm gonna search it. I'll let you know if I find it. Okay? Does that sound okay to you? Let me know when you have it. You're supposed to say over. Are you there? Fucking asshole. Clicks it off. And then she turns at the groups and she says, "All right, so which one of you motherfuckers wants to go down to the 3rd level and find this thing for me?" No one? Fuck, I hate this job. And she shoves one of these zombie creatures out of the way. She stops and she goes, "I could fucking kill all of you right now. I could just turn every single one of you assholes into abstract art all over the walls and just beam that image back and just say, 'Fuck you, Kylan, I'm staying on the moon.'" I might actually do that.
Get out of there, get out of there. Come on, get out
She
of there,
turns
get
on
out of there
heel.
now.
She turns on heel and walks out.
So I'm actually going to try to move past her or where she had come from because I want to find how they got here.
That's definitely another stealth check.
Yes.
So difficulty is going to jump to 8
Okay.
because
so-
you were moving in a small space right past her.
Sure.
You are incorporeal though.
Yes. So,
So-
it brings it down to 3.
Right.
Auto. And then I can use spend. Did I already use effort or no?
Not for this, no.
No. Okay.
Yeah, you can still burn it for this.
So I'll burn. I have
1 level of effort you get for free.
a level of effort that I get
drops
for
to 2?
free, and then I'll spend some points
Okay.
to get it down to 1. Yeah. I'll go down to the, and then. So it's a difficulty 1. I got a 6, so I'm fine.
Six. On brand.
Yeah.
Right, so what'd you roll?
I got a 6, but I got it down to 1.
You got it down to 1?
I mean,
Okay.
even
Six
two-
success.
Okay, cool. Your heart stops for a second because she...
Oh no, that's not good.
She turns and looks back at the soldiers who stop and look at her. And you see she kind of just... and turns and starts to walk again. But what you notice is the sound in this place as she starts to walk begins to mute. Just goes... whoom. She stops making noise when she's walking on the plates and she starts looking around.
I'll activate hover.
You just... Yeah, it starts to occur to you, oh my god, she manipulates sound. And as you hear everything, like even the soldiers mute as she starts to walk. They were this heavy booted like brigade as they're walking through here. Now they are deathly quiet. And Fawn is just looking left and right as she makes her way down the hallway. The hallway, by the way, at the end of which is about halfway to it is going to be the elevator that takes down to the sublevels. And on the other side of that elevator, down the hallway even further, are all your friends. So it's
she's
kind of a
walking
crescent
towards-
shape, and she's going to the middle where she's going to take the elevator to go down. And that's where you're doing right now. So back at you guys. Oniko's rubbing her hands. Oniko. It's going to have to... Now that we're jumping back into the season, I'm going to have to remember that there is no Oniko. There is only Zool. All right, so Moonlight, she's swaying back and forth and rubbing her hands, and she's just...
What are you thinking?
She says, I have superpowers. I want to help. I don't know what to do.
Stay alive. Please.
And start playing.
Did anybody bring cards? Taking you literally, Luma, she turns to Hops and says, let's play cards.
Maybe later. At least we'll go on the way home. I
might be able to calm down.
actually, yeah. You want?
You unzip your spacesuit.
Oh no, it's tied around my.
Oh, you
waist.
tied it around
Yeah,
your
'cause
waist?
I'm keeping my hands.
Okay, you reach in the back, you find a deck of bicycle cards, pull those things out.
These were the ones Anton and I were playing with. So.
You hand it to her, she goes, I don't know how to play. Sorry. Sal and I only ever played chess and tic-tac-toe and Connect 4.
Cobalt, no, get out of there!
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I'll teach you when we get home. This might not be the best time to play cards.
Where are we?
Y'all are still standing in what was originally the front door, and you're standing in front of the safe room.
We're right outside the panic room.
You're right outside the panic room.
Right outside the panic
Yeah,
room?
it's been about...
Can we go in the panic room? I want to
Sure.
look for
We
some
were
ciphers
in the
that
panic room because we were picking.
were.
Yeah, there we go.
Would you like to search for
Because we
ciphers,
are
Gina
going-
DeVivo?
I absolutely do. We are.
Oh my
we are
God.
busting through times.
Are we using the cipher system today?
Cabinets.
Is this happening?
Cabinets.
Did my players just say, I want to search for ciphers?
To be fair,
Also-
I very frequently look through the
You
code
do.
department.
Yes.
You do. You are actually...
Looks
you are,
for ciphers, makes inside checks. Gina DeVivo's working the system like it's her focus.
I would say, let's get Moonlight on that too. Be like, that'll keep Moonlight
Yeah.
busy. Like, why don't you search the room with Luma?
All right. Cipher.
While I
Cipher,
stand here
cipher.
and wait to attack something really, really fast.
Cool.
And I
just
maintain
like-
internal continuity.
Yep. I'm just like,
Okay, here we go.
something.
Oh, very.
All right.
Those fun little ciphers.
Ciphers.
Please don't be another box. I got one in my.
So roll a
pocket.
d6.
Okay.
Oh wait, hold on. I'm using a Sutter's. Okay, so actually no. I'm sorry, Gina. Roll just this is a d100 roll. So
Yes.
2d10.
Oh, they just there.
Yeah, no, these two.
Oh.
Oh, so close to nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
64.
64. I think you've rolled that one before.
Dang it! Have I?
I think you have. You have.
historically
You
been a
rolled
bomb
this one
related number.
before.
You get a bomb. You get a bomb.
Is it a bomb?
It's a black hole
Did
bomb.
I get another singularity? So much death bomb.
You to the moon.
Okay, so roll a d100 again.
Again?
Yep.
Okay.
And then when you're done doing that,
Roll those dice. They're full of bombs.
roll it. No, you'll be happy with it.
This is a good bomb.
73.
73.
The bomb.
This is a happy bomb.
Then roll a d6 and add 2.
Ooh, yeah.
5.
This is a level 5 cipher. Ooh. It is a rejuvenator that will immediately restore speed pool.
Oh.
Okay.
Hey.
It restores a number of speed pool equal to the cipher's level.
This is good.
So you pop that thing on, it'll give you back 5 points to your speed pool.
Get it.
5 points.
Roll one more time for Moonlight, because she is also going to search. But yes, you open up one of these panels and you see medical supplies. You see a rejuvenator. You've seen one of these
Great.
before.
What was the first one?
The first one?
64.
The 64? Oh, that was rejuvenator. The second one was what pool does it go to? And the last one was what level is it?
I see.
Yeah. So go ahead and roll again as Moonlight is going to be searching.
Okay.
Another paralyzer. What is it?
20.
20. Okay. 20. Oh, interesting. You have not rolled this one before.
I know.
Interesting.
This is for Moonlight, so I'm not even going to write this down.
No, write it down. It's,
I am?
She's an NPC, so it is going to count as a cipher in the pool.
Okay.
She will have it, but why the hell is it not? Yeah, it should be alphabetical. What's going on here, guys?
What happened?
Well. Oh, there it is. Okay, so roll a d6.
1.
All right, so first level cipher then.
Oh, baby sucker.
They are lenses that you attach to any ocular implant, or you can actually put them on glasses. But it's Eagle's Eye. It grants the ability to see 10 times farther than normal for 1 hour.
That's awesome.
That's pretty cool. 10 times?
You basically, you basically gain Eagle's sight.
You have a sharper image.
Boy. Sniper eyes
don't
is
pay
what I
us
want to
enough.
call it.
While they're searching for ciphers, I'm gonna go up to Cass real quick. Moonlight gave this to me, and I'm probably not the most useful to have it, but I'm pretty sure that the only thing scarier than a Cass is like
More than one.
a lot of Casses. And I'm going to hand you the little it's a disc kind of thing.
Yeah, it looks like what it does is it fits on the hand and becomes like a lattice work across the fingers. But you recognize this. This is
Moonlight's mirror image.
This is a life ago when Moonlight used this thing. Creates the multi-image form.
Does it get burned out by uses? Or?
It's an artifact, not a cipher.
So it does get burned out by uses, but only on a roll.
And that one's on a D100.
Well,
So
that's good because I immediately turn it on.
roll a d6.
Oh boy.
You gave me a cool toy.
That cast.
First of all, roll 1d. Roll a. I'm sorry, no, it's not a d100. It should be a d. It should be a d20. I think it's a d100. Yeah.
That's entirely that is.
Maybe
your
I turn
call.
it on later.
Some of they're
Whatever you
anywhere
want.
from
No,
D4 to
do it now.
D100.
I'm gonna say it's a d. I'm
Yeah.
gonna say it's
What
a
is
d20.
your descriptor?
I'm gonna follow the normal artifact rules. I'm gonna say it's a d20. So go ahead and roll a d20.
Don't that one.
What'd you roll?
11.
You're fine. The artifact turns on. So
thought you were gonna say
sorry. Roll 2d6.
11 of you now.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I know. Wait till I see this.
Combined total of 5.
Okay, 5 images.
So, looking through cabinet, there's definitely chaos happening behind me.
You get a cat. You get a cat.
Can we all talk?
Well, they're
What
not.
happens if I talk?
If you talk, they mirror. They're perfectly mirroring everything you do.
5 Casses go, Luma, look!
Oh my gosh, there's so many of you. Why is there so many?
Lacey, thank you. This is so cool. And they're all bouncing around like a bunch
Moonlight,
of
Moonlight looks back over her shoulder and just kind of turns back and keeps searching.
I just walk up and just slowly. Can
Are they all
There's a ripple
corporeal?
effect. You definitely feel some resistance when you touch it, but your hand does push into it. It's almost like
Bounce ball all over the room. All of me.
we all know that chat's mind is going into the gutter right now.
They're in good company.
You're in good company.
We live there.
It's all looking apart in LA.
Fawn walks up and goes, "No, I get it, you guys.
Yeah.
I'll just stay up here."
I'm completely. I'm just watching. I'm just
Okay.
waiting. I'm enjoying the cast
This moment of levity
behind me,
as
but
the
I'm
world
just kind of
literally
like,
warps around you.
we're about to fight. I'm just gonna wait.
Okay, so while this is happening, back with you,
Yeah.
as you're walking with them, you see a few of the soldiers behind her vanish, just fade out of reality. She keeps walking. She makes it up to the elevator, and presses the button.
I'm gonna ping Lacey.
Yeah.
Just a
Subvocal.
yeah.
Roll.
Roll
Roll a d20.
Mm-hmm.
It's
a 16.
16. Okay. The vibrations of your vocal cords are not picked up by her.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
But even as you go subvocal, you see her. You think she might be reacting to you, but she kind of glances around. It's one of those opaque moments where you're not sure if she's playing it off or she didn't hear it all. But she kind of shifts. You've got contact with Lacey.
I've just been saying elevator, elevator, elevator.
I see it. Thank you.
Okay.
So
We're getting close.
we know where Fawn is.
Oh,
Are you ready? And you ready? And you ready? And you ready?
we all turn to you. Where do we go?
There's an elevator this way.
Hey, do I break reality if I punch someone from the past?
I would
we're-
rather have that problem than you get
Yep.
the robot done.
Just jazz hands.
I look down at the suit and back up at you.
I'll be fast.
If there's no atmosphere, then there's no medium for the sound to carry, and she can't spot us. So if we all have our suits on, then we can just vent the station, and then hopefully she can't hurt us. But if you have it off, then you would get space bite, and you die. Vacuum sucks.
Yes.
Suit up, Pop. Let's do this.
Are we venting the station right now?
I think
I'm
that's
just
the plan.
saying, if something happens
I think that's the plan, though.
right now from this room. Oh, okay.
Maybe tell them to be a little quieter. I can hear them.
What? I don't have subvocals.
So,
I mean, seriously, you didn't hear Cass because there was
Bounce,
five
bounce,
of
bounce,
them.
bounce,
I
bounce, bounce, bounce.
refuse.
Gummy bears all over this room.
I refuse to go through a game session without a GM intrusion. So,
Okay.
Is that what's happening right now?
yes, I'm going
on
to throw a
who?
GM intrusion. It's on Xander.
Oh.
Yep.
Okay.
So, I am offering a GM intrusion here.
Yes, I will take it.
All right, you take it.
Yep.
Get your 2
Attaboy.
XP.
Huh?
Get your 2 XP and give one to somebody else.
There you are.
Just so the audience knows, I've implemented a few new rules for this latest season because of the power levels. Everyone can only spend, per game session, 2 XP each for rerolls, which is still pretty good. Yes, what's up?
So to be clear, in order to respond to our power levels, you're encouraging us to hold on to XP so we can further upgrade ourselves and thereby our power levels.
You'll feel differently when I throw the monsters I have planned for you this season.
Yay!
Why would you take this? Who made you this way?
I'm just gonna say- I'm just
Did she
saying.
make you this way?
I'm just saying, y'all are motherfucking badasses now, which means motherfucking badasses must rise to the challenge.
They are my pocket monsters. They just don't.
Have
know
you
yet.
seen most of us fly? We rise.
It's true. Lacey's. Let's be honest. Lacey's ability is to turn villains into Pokemon.
That's true.
That's just.
Yeah.
That's how this is gonna go. Fawn doesn't even know that Fawn is Team Lacey yet.
They're gonna catch them all. Just letting you know.
All right.
Speaking of which, I'm gonna give them the other XP.
Oh, thank
cool.
you.
They
I'm
need to
also
have my
allowing.
back.
I'm also allowing. This is a system that I'm adapting from one of my all-time favorite RPGs, Exalted. I'm allowing what's called stunting. In this game, moving forward, if you stunt or if you basically describe a stunt that your character is doing, like if you describe a really awesome way you're attacking, if you describe something really imaginative that you want to put together or the environment you're going to use, you can earn up to 2 points to whatever pool you have spent out of back. You can kind of heal. And this is not to only encourage it, but to also reflect the rejuvenative aspect of the C6 power source in you. Okay?
Cool.
All right. So that GM intrusion is now taking place. So as you finish that connection, Fawn's just sitting there with her arms crossed, and very abruptly, very calmly, she just turns and looks at you and goes, "What kind of music do you like?" She's just looking right at you. You know she can't see you. She's like, "I can hear you breathing."
Guys,
What kind of music?
Cobalt,
Do you have a preference?
we have to go now.
Which way?
Are you being rude?
Okay.
I flick out my arms and assemble the plasma rifle.
And you
It's really
assemble
loud.
You assemble this. You see the mutants reacting. She doesn't move. She just says, "Well, you don't have to get hostile about it." And she turns back and starts waiting for the elevator again.
Oh my god. Okay. I'm gonna take a shot.
Okay. Roll initiative. Okay.
Sorry, I was gonna say when we hear Lacey saying like we have to go, like, can I start running? Because I can
Yeah.
get there really fast.
Sure. Yeah. I'd tell you what, after this round, I'd say you would arrive because of how quickly you can move.
I did. Oopsie.
Yeah. So roll initiative. Difficulty is 9.
9. Okay, and then. Oh god. All right, so I have.
I didn't mean to laugh at that.
That is the Bonnie laugh of yours so far.
Oh man.
No, but go ahead and
I
make
have a speed power shift
Okay, that's going to definitely help.
of 2, so that goes down to 7.
Okay.
And then I have an edge of 2 in speed, so I can use my free level of effort there, right?
The free level of effort comes from having the 3 edges
Oh, that's right.
stacked on top of each other.
Yeah, it specifically has to be geared towards defense,
You're right.
I believe.
And then, okay. Oh, and
get this music
invisibility
going.
makes me specialized in speed defense. Does that affect initiative?
Nope.
No, that's
Will
yeah.
come in handy.
It'll definitely come in handy when
Yeah.
once they attack you.
Yeah.
Good job, buddy.
So I got it down to 7, which means I need a 21 or better on a d20. Okay, I can do this.
What dice do you have?
Let's see. Let's
I'm
see.
interested.
Okay, and then oh, I can spend speed points, right? To lower
Yeah, you can
the
spend points out of
difficulty.
your pool.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I have an edge of 2, and I can spend 1 to make the 3 to have the
6.
effort.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
So that goes down to 6, and then I can spend 2 more points to get it down to 5,
Yep.
and 2 more points on that to get it down to 4, right?
That would make it difficult, level 12.
Cool. That I
Or
can live
level difficulty 12. Difficulty is for roll a 12 or better.
with. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll see. 5.
She is going
You have
first.
XP.
Cool. I'm not gonna do that there.
Okay.
Okay.
I haven't done anything.
You raise the gun,
Initiative means.
and she just goes. And when she makes that clicking sound with her mouth, it feels like your eardrums shatter for a second. And everyone in the station can hear this piercing pinging noise. It even blows out Honey Baby's ocular sensors. And you hear this feedback coming through the machine, just and it immediately compensates and mutes it. But it's enough to sort of rattle you. So, you, unfortunately, just got pinged.
Yep.
So, you were going to take, let's see, I need you to make a might defense check.
Cool.
The difficulty is 9.
So, with my resonance field, which is always active, I use intelligence instead of might
Okay.
for defense.
Ooh, I need that. Where's that?
Oh, does it count as a? Is she like in engaged range? With you?
Oh, yeah, she's right in front of you.
Excellent.
Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry. There's no, I'm sorry. She used the whistle click ability.
Oh.
There's no might defense roll on this.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there is. I'm sorry. Yes, there is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Go ahead and make that roll. Yeah.
So I get to use intelligence instead of defense.
Okay.
And so I can let me know if this is how it works. I can use my ghost ability as an asset.
I would use that here totally.
Okay.
This is literally a sound wave.
Great.
Your ghost ability would definitely help you not take the brunt of it.
Okay. So what was it at again? What was the
The difficulty's 9.
9.
Yep. Unless so like anytime you run into an NPC, their difficulty level is what you're going to be fighting against, unless
time.
they have abilities that specify otherwise.
Yes,
but it
I'm
gives
a
you an
tech.
idea of what you're up against.
Sure. Okay. So intellect, power shift 3.
Okay.
So that brings it down to 6.
Okay.
Then my ghost ability brings it down to 5.
Okay.
Then I have a 3 edge in intellect, so I have a free level of effort because that pays for 1. So that's down to 4.
Okay.
Then I'm going to spend 2 intellect points to
Okay.
get it down to 3. 16.
You have what? 1 power shift in intelligence?
I had 3.
Okay.
So I've got it.
That was your power shift. I'm sorry.
Wait, maybe I did it wrong?
No, no.
Okay.
I don't know.
I'm down to
I'm not the
4.
boss here.
Okay. Make your roll. You need a 12 or better.
Right?
Please,
15!
Second fun.
You are not going to be knocked prone.
Right, but
But
I'll
you are
still-
going to take 5 points of damage to both your might and your intellect.
Okay. 5 both or 5 total
both.
spread? Okay.
Oh god,
Yes.
this is the worst
Yikes.
saver half ever, y'all.
That sound wave rattles you to your core, pierces your eardrums. You feel your bones rumble inside of your skin. And if you were made of glass, that's the only way I could really describe what it would feel like. Like you just got bing. You grabbing at your head, and she slowly turns and looks. Since you're not prone, she's not going to very casually take the gun out of your hands and try to kill you. But instead, she turns to face you now. That's that round. As she turns and faces you, you see her reacting, hearing Hops coming. And she starts to turn as you see Hops moving faster than you've ever seen her move. Almost a blur of electrical energy, just like a wave of it behind her. She comes running like practically along the wall, around the corner to where you're at. Now you need to roll initiative as well. And I'm guessing the rest of y'all are joining?
Yeah.
Okay, so y'all are going to be the next round. I'll let y'all get there. Hops is going to get there before everybody else.
Okay.
all 5 of Cass. Okay. I'm specialized in initiatives.
Okay.
What's the
9 to 7.
The difficulty for her is 9. The difficulty for the mutant soldiers.
Do I get advantage because I'm so fast and surprising?
You do not.
Huh?
You do not.
She heard
You only get get your assets and everything else that's given to you.
But I'm faster than the speed of sound.
That's how you got there so fast.
That's true. I definitely didn't use my thing yet.
Difficulty is 6 on the soldiers.
Which is good.
This is initiative, right?
So not attack yet.
That's correct. Just
Frickin'
need you to
dude.
roll your initiative.
I know. So I'm getting it down to from a 9 to a 7.
Okay.
And then I'm definitely spending, what do I spend for this? Intellect? No. Speed?
This is
Might?
speed.
Speed. Oh,
Yep.
I'm good. I'm definitely going to, I get 1 for free, so down to 5. No, down to 6. Then I'm going to spend
Yep.
to get it down to, I'm going to spend a lot to get it down to level 4
Okay.
and do what you did. And just hope it didn't.
You need a 12 or better.
I do too. 20! Sorry, I stood up. So fast!
First 20 of the season.
Yay!
May it be far from the last.
Yeah.
So, I will give you a minor effect on this initiative roll if you, or now actually it's a major effect if you want that on an initiative roll.
I do. I want all the things. First off, just a quick question.
What's up?
Quick pro. Maybe insight. Maybe I'll use insight to get this. If I shoot electricity down the hall, will it go through Cobalt?
So insight is an action,
Oh, right.
but since you rolled a 20, I will let that be your major effect if you want to insight it real quick and use that as I'll give you the action of insight. So if you want to burn, because otherwise you would just get your one action and your move.
You're just
You know what I'm
asking a
saying?
DM question, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm confused about the layout because I feel like I'm here, she's at the near the elevator, and everyone else is like over here.
So, so think of the station as like a crescent, right?
Yeah.
Y'all are standing in front of this elevator door. Hops has come running around this bend at full speed, has made eye contact. She wants to know if she can use on her action electricity to shock her. Isn't that
Right.
correct?
Yeah.
You're standing next to her.
And I'm in the line of fire.
You're currently in engaged range. We know that because
That's
you used
correct.
the resonance field. Therefore, anything
Got it.
shock.
It's a lot more. This is a lot more flexible than
Sure.
than the tactical moves of like D&D
Yeah.
per se. So
I was
you're,
just picturing it wrong in my mind.
you'll be all right.
No, I was also there with you.
Either that,
So what you doing?
because I was going to initiate one of my new abilities, which is bolts of lightning, but because there's no, I don't know how close the mutants are either.
They're standing within feet of her.
Oh, wonderful! Then I am going to use that cobalt. I am so sorry.
It's okay.
Because I'm going to use bolts of this is something that Hops did not know that she could do yet, but it's gonna happen. I would like to initiate bolts of lightning, which means I'm gonna be shooting out a huge blast of lightning, and it's going to have a width of 50 feet, meaning it's going to take up the entire. 50 feet. Yeah. Oh yeah. It's basically like a wall of lightning. So please be invisible and phased.
Okay.
But because that should hit all of them.
Yeah. That'll definitely hit all of
You
them.
know,
That's going to hit every single one of them. It's definitely gonna put Cobalt in danger. It's gonna just
Oh,
it's
is
gonna
it?
oh,
okay. It's
50
okay.
foot. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but I'm
Cobalt-
thinking
The
like
question is about phase state,
I'm
not
thinking if
location.
it's gonna face through him.
That's you don't know. If you want it now, if you want to burn your action that you got for the major effect for an
Right.
insight check, I can give that to you.
Okay.
Or you know what we could do?
But
Wow, let's do this. You rolled a 20.
either
got a
that,
major-
either that, I was gonna use.
Hold on.
Oh, sorry.
You rolled a 20, so
Yeah.
you got a major effect.
Right.
What I'll let you do, so that major effect doesn't go to waste, I'll let you make Cobalt not a target in this area of effect attack.
Okay.
I'll give that to you, since
Okay.
you got this major effect power, and that can keep us moving.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Okay, so go ahead and make your attack.
Yes. Boom. I did it. Okay. No. So I assuming a roll. Oh. Wait. Do I roll for that? Or no?
Yeah, you have to beat her defense.
Oh.
Unless your ability says otherwise.
It just says I have to spend 5 intellect points.
You just spend 5 intellect points. There's
Yeah.
no. It's just for the attack.
That's what I'm assuming.
Typically, if it's,
If it's a
an
pure
ability,
ability.
that's used against an unwilling creature,
You have to roll the attack.
Oh.
you have to roll. But
Wasn't
we
very-
did.
that was
That was
initiative.
initiative.
That was initial.
Oh, okay, yeah, totally.
Well, I have.
If it's a group, whose difficulty do you use?
See, that's the thing is, I think in this case, it's actually just spending the points
Right.
and you do it.
It says 5 intellect points.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's a really pricey.
And it
ability.
then it automatically.
So then
does.
go ahead and burn your intellect points. What
Okay.
kind of damage does it do?
I'm adding all the things.
What's it say?
The ability itself does 4.
Okay.
But I think with shock. Yeah, see, this is the first time I'm using it, so I'm not sure exactly if I add.
Text say?
It says, I guess it's just 4 points of damage
But it's
To
everyone.
everybody?
to everyone.
Yeah.
So cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool. But I could also give her 15 points of damage if I did the other thing I was gonna do. So maybe.
But she did this one.
Yeah.
So.
Crap.
Crap. Okay, well, whoopsie doodle.
All right.
Well, boom.
Okay.
Okay,
Cool.
that's what I'm gonna do.
Unless your power shift damage adds to that.
We don't know.
We don't.
Sam?
Yes.
We're gonna move to the next. We're
Because I
gonna.
have like.
We're gonna go ahead and move on. So
sure.
definitely
Sorry.
have that ready for the next one.
Yeah.
Okay, so lightning erupts from your hands, from every fingertip. It leaps out across the entire area. It is there and gone in a second. A massive lightning strike, yes, Jody, just floods the hallway. You all can smell the burning of ozone filling the station suddenly. And you hear the popping sound of electricity, a very familiar sound you've all come to know from being in proximity to Hops. Even from where you are at on the other side of this hallway, hairs on your arms stand up on end as this place is flooded with ionic energy. Yes, the mutants get shocked to hell. Miraculously, you do not get hit by this blast, but the amount of lightning that just erupted from Hops' hands is unlike anything you've seen her do. It blankets the entire area and scorches the walls as volts upon volt of electricity just... And then it's gone in a second. And in the split second, as soon as the lightning is gone, you catch the, without missing a beat, the fuck coming out of Fawn. She is hurled back up against the elevator door just as you hear it go, ding. I need everyone else who's arriving. Oh, no. It's her action now.
Oh, yeah.
You're after her.
He hasn't gotten to go at all, though.
Have you?
Because her first action was to hit me.
Yeah. She won initiative.
Oh, then that would have... Okay, I'm sorry. That was out of turn. Go ahead and make your action.
No, it's
then.
okay.
Yeah.
So I'm actually going to back away.
Okay.
And so she came from the other end of the crescent then, the other part of the hallway.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. And I assume that's where like the airlock and the ship would be.
Oh, no. They're on the opposite end of the station where you guys were going to the safe room. Are you talking about Fawn or your team? Fawn was
Fawn's
coming from...
ship.
Fawn's ship is over by where your shuttle was.
Right. Because
Yeah.
there was one
So it is
rocket
close by,
place.
yes.
And it's the opposite of where they are.
Yes,
That's correct.
because
Yes.
we had to go across the station to get to the safe
Got
room.
Correct, yes.
Okay. I'm heading in that direction.
Oh, so you just tear off in the
I'm
other
just
direction?
tearing off.
Okay, cool.
towards The
Toward
ship.
her ship, yeah.
Yeah.
Legit.
I mean, she can't
Yeah.
stop you. You're
Yeah.
invisible.
Do
You
it.
just...
And I go through walls, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
You
off
kitty
track.
pried this thing
On
right
track.
out of the room.
I'm hoping I didn't kill Cobalt. I'm like,
Who knows?
True, you really didn't even know he was there. It was pure chance.
yeah. I was.
So now it's going to be her action then. We'll go ahead and because you were supposed to be, this was supposed to be a new round of initiative.
Right.
Right. But it works
So-
out because she won initiative and I lost.
Totally.
So it's totally
Yeah.
fine.
So now we'll just give her an action, and then we're going to start a whole new initiative round. You don't have to roll again though, Bonnie, so don't worry. On her action, when the elevator pings, she amplifies that sound. It goes bing as it arrives, and it goes and just spreads out over the entire area. At this point, I'm going to say that 3 of y'all as you're tearing down this, y'all are in range of this sound effect. I'm going to say it's reduced effect, though. I'm going to lower the difficulty. But it is going to be, this is going to be a defense roll against difficulty 9.
I fail.
Can you use sweet maybe as a honeybee?
This is going to be a might defense roll.
Oh, on my
I might.
And I did not declare my resonance field ahead of time, so... And also, I'm at range. All of which means I fail.
Okay.
Okay.
Is that the only thing we're allowed to do in this particular moment?
It's a sound wave, so unless you can figure a way that sound doesn't breach and hit you,
I do.
what you got?
I'm wondering if I'm allowed to do it.
Possibly.
Like I kind of hear it coming in a way.
Uh,
So am I allowed
Like a
to?
warning.
I mean, I'm hearing it coming. Right?
In the same way that you hear a gunshot coming. Do you know what I mean? Like it's bam. Like the pinging of the elevator noise is instantaneous. So it's as you're running, it's just ring. This ringing in your ears
Okay.
erupts suddenly.
Yeah. Okay. So you don't get to take reactions, I guess is the thrust of it.
You could if you can tell me what you're up to.
I can absolutely tell you a reason why I can do it. Well, not that why I can do a thing, but I can do a thing.
Okay.
I just didn't know if the reaction time would have allowed me to. That's my question.
I mean, what you got for me?
Okay, I'm gonna tell you it.
I just wanted to know. I'll be honest.
Okay, so
Because if it's cool, why the hell not? Right? Let's see what you got.
I could be mistaken, but this is what I remember in my brain, and so I really hope I'm not wrong.
Okay.
Okay, I'm good.
The moment the wave hits me, I want to shrivel within my suit to reveal a tiny snake.
The snake.
Because they can't hear.
Um,
Right? Snakes don't have.
They do.
Do they? Do they hear? I thought they see and sense with their.
Well,
their
hey,
sense and
I can give you this much: the damage you take from the sound wave is not based just on hearing.
It isn't?
No.
Remember
The
the hands of blue?
Sound wave like a.
Yeah.
2 by 2.
Barely.
So
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
so let me put it this way: the sound that's hitting you, the energy coming off the
They
sound
don't hear
wave.
sounds.
Oh, okay.
So
As we do. I
so
don't
what
know
that would
how
mean
we-
is that if there was a stun effect, it would not affect you if you couldn't hear it or if you didn't have access to an ocular sensor of any kind. But because the sound, it's literally like even though you couldn't hear a sonic boom, being right next to one would blow you off of your feet. It's
Okay.
kind of the same force. So the damage that's being done is actually, it's why it's a might defense roll. It's a physical attack. that has a stunning effect for those who
Still
hear
hear the
it.
vibration.
Okay, so, but in this case, there's no stun attack. This is just a straight up might defense roll.
I see you.
So,
I see you.
so go ahead and make your might defense checks. The difficulty is 9.
I mean,
much do you
then
take?
I fail.
You fail?
Yeah.
I'm
okay.
my weakest.
So it's 7 points of damage,
Okay.
To straight
The
to
might
might.
pool.
straight to might.
I spent 4 levels of effort, and I.
The blood that's pounding in your ears blocks the noise, and as the sound wave hits you, you cut through it. It's like water breaking against a rock. Cass, it's almost for a split second. Anybody who's watching you, it would look like what it looks like when a fighter jet is breaking that sound barrier, slipping past sound and causing that pop as you rush through this wave, this wall of noise. You crash through it, and there's a crackling sound as you do so. Everyone else, immediately you feel your teeth rattle. Your eyes hurt as this sound wave vibrates every inch of your body at a level that is lethal. It causes Honey Baby to literally stumble a little bit as every servo, every piece of metal, every rivet in Honey Baby's body goes boom, and you see systems begin to malfunction for a second as Honey Baby loses orientation and has to reassert, and then finally realigns and says, "Systems damaged."
Report.
Starts coming in. You see this sound wave that hit all of you rattled Honey Baby down to the core of its body. It's taking them for a second, but there is actual physical damage done to all the soft parts of Honey Baby underneath all the armor. And you ain't feeling too hot either, Lacey. Like that sound wave really did a trick. Now it is a new round.
But wait, what was my difficulty?
That was your difficulty, 9.
Was the same 9?
That's 10.
Yeah.
I didn't know if it was different because you said it was.
Nope,
it
my
was
defense
different
roll.
from them.
Oh, I'm
Okay.
sorry. It would have been 8 for you guys because I lowered the difficulty by 1.
Oh, in
You
that
still
case,
miss it?
I can't
Okay.
lower my defense enough.
I should have. I'm sorry. I forgot about that. Go ahead and make your. What are you doing there, Hops?
don't.
Make your defense roll. It's a might defense roll.
Yep, I am lowering it to I guess a level 6. 'Cause
Make a roll.
18 or better.
Yep.
I guess I could do it one more time. And make it a level 5. And at least I got a better chance. 15 or better. Okay, you can do this.
Whew.
Or maybe not. I'm gonna use an XP to re-roll my 2.
Okay.
You know what? I'm just. How much damage?
7 points. What'd you roll?
5.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. Again, it's the same sensation. 7 points of damage.
All right.
Rattles through you.
It's okay.
Yeah, you feel that to your core. It actually heats up your body a little bit. You can feel like this sort of sickening warmth spread throughout your skin as your body is literally vibrated to higher temperatures, causing a surging headache in your head. It is now a new round for initiative, and at this point, I'm going to say the 3 of y'all round that corner. And Fawn's eyes go wide when she sees all of you.
All
And
of us.
it
All
registers.
6 guesses.
It registers immediately on her face when she sees all of you. The mutants. Oh, the mutants didn't go. Sorry, they're gonna open fire on you guys. I'm sorry. They're gonna shoot at. There's only one person visible right now. So there's 2 of them that are with her.
Okay.
The others stayed behind.
This.
So they're. Oh no, I'm sorry. They're all 6 with her. Okay, so they're all
I
gonna
was
open fire on
briefly
you.
so excited.
Sorry. So here's the good news, Bonnie. Hops needs to make a speed defense roll.
Oh, that I can do.
But the bad news is the difficulty is 6. You're just gonna have to squeeze that down and
That
you've
I
got-
can do.
Okay.
I can
speed
do this.
defense. You've got a group attacking you.
Also,
Technically it's 7, that's right, because you've got 4 more attacking you. So it's-
if I succeed at this, I'm letting you know that I'm going to be using a tier 3 ability. I just wanted to announce that before I do that. So okay. So speed defense, it's a 4. You said 5.
No, it is a 7.
Oh, cool. I'm going to lower it down to 5 because I'm specialized in speed defense.
15.
I am going to use speed.
Okay.
I have an edge of 3, so I'm going to get it down to 4.
Okay.
Gonna spend some points.
Get that down to 3.
Get it down to 3.
All right. You need a 9 or better.
Sure do.
you pull this off, you're basically going to dodge a firing squad. Make
Right.
the roll.
10! I do it! And
Yeah!
I would like to use my ability to seize opportunity. If I succeed on a speed defense roll to resist an attack, and I gain an action, and I can use immediately, I can use my action to attack.
Yes.
The difficulty of your attack is reduced by 1.
What are you doing?
So, first of all, I'm gonna do a really awesome I'm like, what is life right now? I all of these laser guns.
All of me looks so impressed.
And then I'm gonna stand there and look down, realize I didn't get shot, and then look at Fawn, and legit turn into a bolt of lightning, and
I would call that a stunt.
yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, I'm basically going to use my shock attack with my staff and add wreck, but so I'm not actually using becoming a bolt of lightning.
I hear ya.
But I'm gonna go full attack into her and lay down 15 points of damage.
Oh, hey.
Okay, so make your attack on her.
Okay.
Now you're making a. This is
Being a 4 is cool. Oh, this is some cool things. But after this, I might.
all right.
be
Make your
pretty-
attack.
Down to 8 before all of your other stuff.
Her might defense is level 5.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, so just level 5?
So no, her speed
the-
defense rather
okay,
is
yeah,
level
okay,
5.
good. I was about to-
So her speed defense. Yeah.
So with my power shifts, I get -3 in a single attack, -1 in dexterity, and a -1 in accuracy. I don't know if that all comes into play, but I might.
It's
I
just
might
like
not
every
have
other
to
martial
roll.
arts attack you've used in the past. You're just popping that ability.
Yeah. So.
So what do you drop it down to?
What is she at?
She's
level
at. She
5?
starts at 5.
5, and it goes down to 4 automatically because of the ability.
Automatically.
Opportunity.
With my shock ability, it takes it down to -1, so 3.
Mm-hmm.
When I add wreck, it takes it down to -1, 2. And then I'm going to use my martial arts specialization to take it down to 0.
You hit her.
Yeah.
15 points of
But
damage.
I also rolled a 15. So 15 points of damage.
Bless you.
Yeah, she felt that.
Good, because
Oh, that
my
doesn't
ears
tickle.
hurt. But that also takes this down too.
All right. When y'all arrive, and you'll roll initiative now, her spacesuit has been destroyed. The chest has been completely burned away, and by the time y'all round the corner, you see Fawn's eyes are open, and you see her go, and smoke comes out of her mouth, and it's wafting up from her chest where a lightning bolt just struck her from hops.
I'm just trying
The wall behind her is scorched as the elevator doors are finally starting to open behind her. She is there's still like burning cinders on the outside of her spacesuit. And that's when you'll arrive. Initiative. Difficulty on her is 9.
You're good?
Difficulty is 9?
Sure, I got an 18.
Okay.
I don't. I got
With
7.
multiple power shifts into dexterity that lower it down to that being a success.
You win? You did you succeed?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
18 on the dice with like what, 3 dex shifts?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've.
Yeah.
Okay,
lot.
cool.
Yeah. Well, it's
Oh,
Real
it's
quick
up there.
before we resolve their actions, what are you doing this round?
Me?
You left combat. Yeah, you're
Yes.
headed straight to the shuttle.
Right to the shuttle.
Okay, cool.
My
you
good son.
You have phased through the wall. You have already phased through the airlock, and when you enter the shuttle, it is empty. It is completely free of personnel.
I'm going right to the
controls?
cockpit, the controls.
Okay.
And I'm like,
You phase back, sit back down into the. The moment you sit into the cockpit, it goes and starts turning on.
all right. Can I get liftoff?
Probably you're gonna have to. You know how to fly this thing.
Do I? I think I would. Maybe I would have an idea. I'm good with computers.
I mean, you did
My
train for
mom
this
said
mission.
so. Yeah.
Tell you what.
and you're
You can-
intelligent. You have a power.
Here's what we can do. Player intrusion.
Oh,
Are you familiar with player's intrusion?
no.
You spend 1 XP and you can make one thing true for the scene.
I know how to fly this
It has
thing
to be relevant to your character.
because I'm a rich boy and I spent a lot of time
Well,
He went to
around-
space
I
camp.
went to space camp.
my thing is so the reason why I can rationalize this is y'all spent a month prepping for this mission.
That's
I know that shuttle flight. It is important to note that even though that's really advanced, aviation skills, I would like to stress once again that in this day and age, shuttle flights are largely automated.
Right.
So, and there's no apparent security system on this shuttle, probably because Fawn wasn't like, someone's gonna steal my shuttle when I get up there.
Right.
So as you start turning on all the switches and whatnot, it all starts coming to life. So that'll be what you're doing this round. I've got Luma and Hops. Y'all have initiative.
So I spent the XP.
Okay.
Also, I'm looking for the weapon system.
There's no weapon system on the shuttle.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's surprising.
I mean,
With her love for violence, yes. So who's going
it's
first?
not Star Wars.
Who would like to go, Luma or Hops?
it's mass. You'd have to take.
Y'all have the initiative.
Ladies first. I'm just the tramp.
All right, Luma, what are you doing?
My goodness.
I'm also like I'm a little winded.
There are six.
Okay.
There are 6 mutants in this room that are smoking, and
Oh, right.
she also looks quite messed up.
Yeah.
She's got a nice column of steam coming off of her chest.
Great. I'm going for full body tackle with shield because I'm an opportunist, and this creature has already been attacked this round. So I'm going to full force attack them because I get an asset.
Shield activates, and you throw yourself in her
This
direction.
is a full, I'm just going straight. I'm knocking the wind out of her so she can't speak.
Make your attack.
Okay.
Oh man, who was that? Deathstrike did that to
What is this
Black Canary
what
one
is
time.
happening? It's been so long.
talking
Kind of
Deathstroke,
defense.
Deathstroke, sorry.
Which kind of defense is she rolling
Yeah.
against?
This is
It sounds like you're doing a standard attack.
yeah.
Speed
Yes. So this
Which is
is
versus-
This is attack versus her versus her.
Speed.
Speed. So it's 5.
5.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I have already a -4, right?
No, that's your defense. You have a shield shift.
Shield shift.
So that's 1. I don't know what else you.
Wait, might be-
We're
no.
dusting off the rules.
Oh, right, because it's also an
Minus
asset.
2.
It's a light weapon and it's an asset. is
It's
how it
minus
works.
2. And I also get an asset. I get another asset when attacking a creature that's been attacked.
Okay, so
We're
it's
down to
-3.
2.
And
yeah, so that brings it down to 2.
That brings it down to 2.
I'm going to enable others. I can use helping to provide a benefit to another character attempting a physical task, and it's no action on my part. I just go aim for the throat. or something.
So that's down to 1.
I hear you say aim for the throat, and I tilt my shield a little bit to fucking right there in the front.
Make your roll. What's it? What did you get that down to?
So it's
Difficulty
down
1?
to 1, so I just need a 3 or better. Oh man, it's fine.
Yeah. Oh, that scared me for a moment.
Same.
7s and 1s are an evil
Pass.
resemblance.
Okay.
With a 7.
7, not a 1. 7.
It looks like a 1.
I mean, she can still manipulate, so.
Okay. Bam. Leaping forward. Oh, by the way,
Yeah.
gain 2 back to your pool for that stunt.
Oh,
To your
good. I need
speed
it.
stool. Yeah.
Oh, good.
So, Gina, I'm going to give you a point back to your pool as well.
Okay.
If you have any spent, so take
I
it
do.
back to your speed pool. You run up there,
speed
taking your speed pool. You run up there, taking the edge of your shield, and she sees you coming, and she opens her mouth, and you jam the shield dangerously deep into her throat. And as you pull it back, you see her eyes widen, and there's an inhuman screeching noise that could only come from a creature that has the ability to manipulate sound. And she stumbles back. Going for a minor effect here, so I'm gonna say, I'll say this. I'll say any use of her powers through vocalization
Yeah.
is now at a +2 difficulty for her.
Sweet.
Great.
So she goes back against the wall and just. You see her gurgling, and she looks at you with this psychotic rage. Like if looks could kill, Luma would be a puddle. Like this
Luckily they
hatred.
I don't know. You served some looks.
It's
that
now
were
her action, I believe. No, you get to go.
don't. Hops.
Oh yeah.
What are you doing, Hops?
Oh gosh. I mean, obviously she is the most dangerous one in this room, but also 6
2 minutes.
mutants with laser guns. Oh gosh. Okay. I want to use my staff to try and knock her out. I just want to knock her out.
Okay, make a roll. That's
Or
speed.
knock her
That's I mean, right now level 5, level speed.
All right.
All right, that's 0 on you. Isn't it? Oh,
yeah.
wait, 1. Because
Level
the
one.
other one
I can
was
get it
from
down to
the
a level
opportunity.
So you need a 3 or better.
15.
All right.
All right. So how much damage does that do?
Well, if technically my staff is still shocked and charged, so technically 15 damage.
So you can, with Cypher System, you can actually spend 8 of that damage to do the stun.
Right. Like I do 15 points of damage, but I also if that incapacitates her, I want to make sure I verify that I'm knocking her out.
It does not
killing her.
incapacitate
Okay.
her.
Doesn't even knock her out?
No, it's not going to knock her out.
Oh man, she's
But you
tough.
can do that. Instead of taking the 8 damage, you can use that for the stun condition. She just loses her turn for the next round.
I'll do that.
So she'll take
Gonna
7
lose-
damage, but
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's a good thing. That's what I'm gonna do.
Which means I'm going to give the next action to either Cass or Lacey.
The zombies, right?
Yeah.
I don't want it to be the
There are 6. There are 6 zombies still. No, zombies. What did you roll? What was your total?
We both lost initiative.
To her, what did you roll total?
Oh,
What was the level on the zombies?
6.
crap.
Oh,
I
then
don't remember.
Oh no.
Oh, I succeed.
Okay.
Real
18
sorry.
That's fine.
Dice. That's weird.
Shit. 6 to
That's not
4
what I
to
wanted
no,
for
it
me.
didn't work. I probably could have spent and done that, but
That's
let's
okay.
just assume I failed.
Okay.
Shit.
Shit. What are you doing, Lacey?
So that staff was from a bit like that's kind of a reach weapon. Mm-hmm. So
Not. It wasn't. I mean, it could be used as a reach weapon. It was not used as a reach
Okay.
weapon just now.
I don't have any elegant way to do it. I want to get right up next to Fawn. And if I can like move her a distance away, that's great. If I can't, that's fine. I want to open a portal out into open space and go through with her.
Okay.
Thank you. I spend 6 intellect points. My edge reduces that by 5, so I spend 1 intellect. Open a portal.
You watch as Sweet Baby comes charging up, and as she's charging up, you see Lacey. You can hear them inside of Honey Baby. You can hear and you hear this ripping, cracking sound when suddenly the space behind them, or rather in front of them, behind Fawn, goes rips open, almost like the curtain of reality was torn by vicious hands and pulled apart. And you see the vacuum of space, and Lacey body tackles. They collide with her, and they tumble into the vacuum of space. Air immediately begins to rush out.
Yep.
Everyone who's nearby is going to need to make might rolls for decompression.
It's super effective.
And
What about those who put on suits though?
for those who put on suits will be fine.
Okay.
I'm really
However, Lacey and Fawn, whose helmet is not on, go into the vacuum. Does that portal close behind you?
It will. It takes an action to close, so it's gonna be
Next
open.
round. Okay.
If people wanted to punch monsters through it, for instance, hypothetically. Not that we
Unfortunately-
know anyone who punches monsters.
Unfortunately, because you have
Yep.
you have chosen this course, and
Yep.
because we have 2 minutes left,
Yep.
that is the cliffhanger we're gonna have to leave the episode on.
And just to make it even worse, I have 0 might.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
Well, that just means you are gonna. It just means you can't.
I can't.
It just means you
You're
can't take
fine.
from the
We
mic
got
pool.
this.
Oh, okay, right. Okay.
I did think it through a little before we did it.
There's a roar. Everyone's ears who doesn't have a suit on, popping sounds in your ears as space opens up in front of you. Those mutant creatures are all going to probably get sucked through. And
Sucks for them.
yeah, that is where we're going to leave off our very first episode of season 3.
you can do that.
The problem is Cass doesn't know you did that, so Cass thinks you're just getting sucked into space randomly. And
You're
it's
right.
probably
Yeah.
about to jump into space behind you, and it's gonna be fine.
Ca-
for the course. at
Lacey
this
just
point.
pulled a Doctor Strange and opened a portal, and they both all went into the. Welcome to
Oh,
tier
hey, the
4.
wizard.
Welcome to tier 4. Wow. So
I like tier 4.
we will continue on this crazy journey next Friday night. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see how that ends. Did not see that coming, but how about that throat punch?
Yeah, there
That
you
was
go.
pretty cool. That was pretty cool. All right. Yeah. Well done, everybody. Let's go ahead and do this now. You searched for ciphers. You explored. You found out a ton of information. I'm gonna go ahead and award everybody 3 XP.
Wow.
Yep.
Thank you.
Because you searched for ciphers and discovered ciphers. So that's 1 XP. Then you uncovered a lot of information from our resident alien who's taken up here. So that's another XP.
Yes.
And then I'm giving you an XP because you all fought in combat, but which Cypher doesn't normally reward, but because you did it creatively and because Xander Cobalt sought a way through to hijack that shuttle, you're looking for an alternative. I'm going to give an XP for that.
Yeah.
So 3 XP across the board for everybody.
Sweet.
Thank
Yeah, so Cobalt, so Xander, hopefully you'll be back with us again soon.
Yeah, who knows? We'll see.
Who knows? Yeah.
Getaway driver.
I am. Get in the car.
Yeah, so so thank you guys so much for showing up for our first episode of the 3rd season. It's pretty wild. Let's next week we will have Oya and Anton back. Hopefully.
With my emotions.
Hey, I don't know. Stakes go up. We're in season 3. I don't know what's gonna happen, but anyway, thank you guys so much. Definitely stay tuned. Of course, we've got a huge array of awesome shows coming up today for International Tabletop Day. Of course, Vampire is going to be tonight's. We are going to have the marathon of Relics and Rarities, and that's tomorrow. Is that correct? Yeah.
Yep, all day.
Yeah. So definitely stay tuned for that. And happy Pride, everybody! Thank you so much for joining us back on Callisto 6 Returns. It definitely lives. Thanks to all of you. Thank you so much, and we will catch you next Friday. Stay whimsical until then, please.